Vocab intact, mind sublime. I react, contact, snap, break your spine. Keep that bullshit, only take what's mine. Every line, every rhyme says a test of time. Niggas are lose and fake like cartoons. Buffoons and straight jokes like National Lampoons. A season change couldn't come too soon. Fake dudes make fake moves, clear the room. Beast mode, Chicago Rilla. West side reside with jacks with cap pillars. Pretty streets for keeps, got straight killers. Zombies roam the night like a scene from Thriller. You gotta do more to survive right here. Be the leader of the pack or slide back to the rear. While you spitting hard garbage deep inside the ear, I'm making it clear that bullshit is over, nigga. Your end is here. It's here. It's here. Yeah, it's here, nigga.
Yo, what's up, Cody?
Oh, not much, man.
What's up?
How you doing? I'm scrambling again because apparently I'm 2 minutes late. I'm pushing that button.
All right, you do your thing, Cody. You push some more buttons, do your thing.
Oh, man,
so,
I lost track of time.
It's okay. So, it's been an interesting week for both of us, I think. I got so frustrated yesterday, I had to build a desk out of nowhere. I found scrap wood in my garage, said, you know what, I'm putting this together, and I'm going to have a pretty cool setup, and I do. And then when I put everything together, 2 of my monitors weren't working. So, yay.
Yeah, and then you broke the Ethernet cable that gave you the internet to your computer.
Yeah,
too, so
yeah.
You're just fucking up left and right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Everything...
I'm the one not even wearing my Lions jersey. I got lost track of time. I'm going to quick do that.
Go your thing. I'll intro us. All right, so... The Bears won, the Lions won, right? Me and Cody are both happy about that today. We're happy with our respective teams as fans. However, I did lose my fantasy matchup this past week. I watched Kenyon Drake, have a breakout game that I've been waiting for, the first 6 weeks of the season. So I benched him. And... to my displeasure, he scores 2 touchdowns and has a pretty good fucking game, right?
Yeah, it was great. he was playing well. Actually, the other team, what was it? The Cowboys? Yeah, they were shit.
Yeah, they were just playing like shit. Yeah, which is nothing new. But
I just want to show you this real quick though, because you had given up on him at this point, and then all of a sudden, when it didn't matter, the game was out of hand. This happened.
Place will come shortly. Tack out the word. The good news
so they're just killing time. He's at the other 30, and then no one there.
Kenyon Drake.
You're already up 31-0 with 1:50 left in the game. They're just trying to blow out run out the clock, and there's just a shit ton of points on your bench. 69 yards.
A 69-yard.
At that point, no one's even watching the game anymore.
No. That was 13 fantasy points on one play. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I'm so pissed off. Anyways, but it wouldn't have made a difference. I still would have lost even if I had him playing.
Still, it's still something to be salty about. It's fine.
Yeah, very salty about. Very, yeah. We'll get more into it later when we talk about bets, because there's something else I did that involved Drake that I chickened out of last second and pulled out of. But we'll get to that when we get into safe bets, and we'll touch on that later. So yeah, we got lots of stuff to talk about today.
He's going to be outstanding in Miami.
Yeah, and with
I realized I didn't have the game on, and when it popped out, I had to mute it.
I was like, what the hell is Terry Bradshaw doing here? He's gone mental. But yeah, we got a lot of talk about today. We got bets, sleepers, of course, this crappy Thursday night game. It's brought to you by some of the dumbest schedulers in pro sports ever, or they're the best because they have to deal with COVID now. So we'll see how smart they actually are.
But in their
defense, you would think they would put better games.
This is a divisional game, and I guess everyone knew that half of this would be bad, but the Eagles were thought to be a good team coming in, and then everyone got injured.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we do have to talk about this, virus thing, this pandemic. You got that drop.
I got that pandemic.
We got to talk about that pandemic.
I got that pandemic.
Yeah. And this is going to be a little confusing. I read this over like 10 times, and I still feel like I'm reading it wrong. But this pandemic news starts in from last Friday. New England last Friday, they had to cancel their practice after a positive test, and then a second one. And I haven't heard anything about that after that. I've been searching, nothing. So
They're probably okay.
They're probably okay. The Colts originally reported they had multiple tests that were positive on Friday, but then it turned out to be false positives per the owner, Jim Irsay. I think that's how you say his name, right? Irsay?
Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah.
Irsay?
Mm-hmm.
Irsay? Something like that. So that was weird, when you had that many false positives, and then, the number really wasn't given out, but they made it sound like it was more than like 5 guys. The Raiders.
Now this
Monday,
one is not
fake. No, this one's not fake. Raiders on Monday, they placed Damon Arnett, rookie cornerback, on the COVID list. No one else has tested positive yet, but then tackle Trent Brown was placed on the COVID list, and then their entire O-line was sent home due to contact tracing. Now, the offensive lineman has to stay quarantined for 5 days, and they have to follow protocol. They're still on schedule to play, but what do you think, Cody? Do you think they're going to play this game?
Well, you kind of jumped out early on this. So what's happening with this? So it's really fucked up. So you must suit up 8 players to play on the weekend, but as of right now, all of them are considered high risk, and therefore they cannot be anywhere for at least 5 days since the day of last contact, which means they can be tested on Sunday and play. Because of this, they have switched the times around. I guess I didn't have time to put that into the doc, but they have switched the times around. This was supposed to be the primetime game on Sunday. This gets confusing. So they took them out of primetime so that if something goes bad, they might have to push this to Monday or Tuesday because of this. So there's a chance that this gets pushed. There's a chance it gets canceled. But as of right now, it's only those 2, but there's also reports going around about how, the Raiders were the ones who were seen at the charity event not wearing masks. Everyone's, not been doing the best. So where they stand right now, they only have 5 other listed offensive linemen on roster that could possibly play, and then 2 on practice squad. So they would be underneath that 8 men needed, and they can't sign new ones in time because there's like a 6-day clearance thing. So they're out of time if they were trying to get new people in. So
now, question.
Yeah.
Would they be able to be like, hey, we got 4 tight ends. Can we just switch their position for one game and count that as a thing? Or is that against the rules?
I'm guessing they could probably pull something like that off, but I have no fucking clue. Yeah.
Well, don't put money on the Raiders to win if they do play.
Yeah, spoiler alert, we were just talking pre-game, getting Vinny Bag of Donuts picks for the safe bets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he picked the Raiders, which in a vacuum I'm fine with, but I don't know. Like, when you're betting on stuff, don't you like to go with something with less variables?
Yeah. Something that's more sure, like the game's going to happen.
Yeah. I think we did put him on the spot because it was last second. Like, hey, you didn't get your picks in. Like, oh, yeah, whatever.
So yeah, that's what's going on with the Raiders. The Panthers, which kind of concerned me a little bit because, the Bears game.
I forgot I texted you that. Like, that was like Monday, just like, hey, watch out for your Bears. They
Yeah.
just tested positive.
Yeah, and I've been eyeing it. Like so far, it's just one coach, and that was it, and nothing else so far. So I'm happy about that. But who knows? Like, tomorrow's another day with COVID. Like, it's been just kind of surprise after surprise. So we
Well,
don't
it
really
takes
know
a while
what's
to
happening.
show up, apparently.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure with every person it's different. So there's too much to figure out. So the Panthers, they placed offensive guard Michael Schofield on the COVID list. That was on Monday morning. And then they have offensive guard center Tyler Larson missed practice as well on that Monday, and he was placed on the COVID list on Friday. Before that, actually, the Friday before that, So the Panthers asked everyone to meet virtually, and everything was called an unconfirmed test after that.
Mm-hmm.
Did not see anything else pop up after that until Cody, you saw kicker Sly.
Joey Sly. Yeah.
Joey Sly. Kicker Sly. And Trent Scott were placed on the COVID list after that.
Yeah,
yesterday.
The way I understand, though, that is just it's like suspicion. They were not tested positive. It was proximity. That's why they were placed on. So I actually have Joey Sly on Kristen's fantasy team. And so I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. That's why I was like, oh, shit. I'm waiting until Saturday. And if Saturday he's still off, I might have to drop him. But, like, this is actually a decent kicker matchup. I know you don't like talking about kickers, but it's Sly's doing all right. I would like to play him if at all possible. But they need a backup kicker because in order to join a team, you need 5 tests within a 24-hour apart window. And so they have no backup kicker on the team and no possibility to sign a kicker in time. So they might have to have like their punter attempt.
Yeah. I know with the Bears, who was the emergency kicker? I think it was Hester. He was the emergency kicker. So I don't know if one of the players is an emergency kicker other than the punter, but I want to see why not putting the punter out there. I'm pretty sure he's kicked field goals before.
Yeah, I mean, there was a famous time when Ndamukong Suh actually tried to kick a field goal for the Lions.
Really?
He missed.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was just he needed to go for it. It was like an extra point or something.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, so
look it up. It's true.
yeah.
It happened.
That would probably look funny. That would be a good video. You should pull that up for a kicker segment or something sometime later.
Yeah, it's too much work to do it right now in the air.
Yeah.
In
No.
Unless you want to do the rest of this
day.
15 minutes.
Another day, yeah. So the Jaguars, they activated 11 players from their COVID list, and they're all on the practice squad, that's wild. But okay. Cody, I owe you $1. Odell Beckham tested negative, along with everyone on their staff. So I owe you $1.
Yeah, but I love this quote. This quote is so great from him. It just says, "I don't think COVID can get to me. I don't think it's going to enter this body. I don't want no parts of it. It don't want no parts of me. It's a mutual respect."
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, I don't know if he was trying to be funny or if he was just trying to.
He's trying to be funny.
Yeah. But it was good. I liked it. So we talked about this briefly. The Tampa Bay Rams game was moved to Sunday at 3:05 Central Time start, and the Seahawks Cardinals game was moved to the Monday night game or the Sunday night game. Sorry. And again, this move was made so we have a Sunday night game just in case the Raiders game gets canceled. So
yeah, they're just being proactive.
Yeah, they're being proactive.
And that's that pandemic.
I got that pandemic.
Woo! We got through it, though. We got through it. There's going to be one day when the whole show is going to be all pandemic, like the first hour.
Yeah. But you know what we got tonight?
Thursday night football. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Thursday night. We've got two teams with 2 wins. With the two teams combined only have 2 wins.
2 wins. Yeah, 2 wins combined. Yes.
Yep.
You got it. There you go.
I try to get to it.
Yeah. So the spread on this one is Philly -7, I think, unless it changed. No, it's still the same. The over/under is 45. All right,
Actually,
guys.
we don't usually bet on this. I actually bet the under on that. I have a feeling this is going to be some sloppy, bad football.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Like this is another like nail biter of a shit show that we're gonna watch. I mean, we have to break down players because this is a Thursday night show, so we have to kind of do this no matter what. For us to continue, the way we do things, Cody.
Well, I think it's still important to talk about. Like the thing
Yeah.
I like about Thursday night games is, like it or not, it is the game that's on tonight. And some of these teams, I haven't talked that much about the Giants this year for good reason. I mean, after Saquon dropped out, it wasn't really.
There's nothing else.
There wasn't
There's
really
absolutely nothing else.
what is it like? You got the stats here. Daniel Jones. What is that? I can't read that from. Is that 0 touchdowns on the year? Or
3. He's got 3 passing.
Oh, why is that
touchdowns.
so low? It's like, I guess I need to make that bigger or something.
I got my screen zoomed in so I can see
Yeah.
it. 'Cause I'm blind. But yeah, it's 3 touchdowns, and he's thrown for 1,200 yards this year. He's got a 61% completion percentage. He's only thrown the ball 200 times. Which,
I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the running game one. That's why I said 0 touchdowns.
yeah, he's got 6 interceptions though, so that's not a good ratio.
Also, they have fumbles on there because he fumbles all the time.
Yeah, he's been sacked 17 times, and where's the fumbles? No fumbles on here. Why is the fumbles not on here?
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
So that's Devlin's guy coming into the year. I talked to Devlin. He was like, "No, I'm telling you, man. Daniel Jones had an off season now with these guys. He's going to be a lot better."
Yeah.
You were wrong. You're wrong.
Maybe if Barkley was playing, he'd have more of an opportunity. But I don't. Even if he was there, like I just feel like the team looks like so fucking bad on offense.
Well, before Barkley went out, like even Barkley wasn't playing the best. They have a bad offensive line. I don't know. I just.
Yeah. So that's your quarterback for the Giants. He's miserable.
Yeah.
Now Philly's got an interesting situation. They got Carson Wentz. He hasn't necessarily been playing his greatest ball either.
But we should go into we're jumping ahead on this.
Yeah.
The story of the Eagles all year has been the injuries. They were thought to be a good team coming in, and I put this in here just because I found this interesting. Since the season began, the Eagles have used 3 right tackles, 5 right guards, 2 left guards, 3 tackles. Their offensive line has been decimated. They just let someone go today because he played so bad last week because they're just going in. I'm like, who the fuck can we start? I think they started week 1 with 2 of their starting linemen out for the season. It's been horrible. And then Miles Sanders is out for tonight. Alshon and Deshaun Jackson were questionable. I actually didn't see the update if they were playing in. Ertz was
he's playing.
Deshaun's playing, or is Alshon or no?
Alshon's out.
Okay. So Alshon's out. Deshaun Jackson's coming back after an injury. Ertz was just sent to IR for at least 4 to 6 weeks. You could pretty much forget about him for fantasy. It's not worth it. He wasn't playing well before. Just drop his ass unless you have an IR spot that you don't care about. Jalen Reagor and Dallas Goedert are still on IR. They'll be back. But for right now, I mean, you see how long that just took me to read all that shit off.
Yeah.
That's the reason they suck as bad as they do, and I will give them a pass on that because they actually do have some really good players on their team. It's just half of them are injured.
No. Yeah, and after you saying that, like, they got to try something strange and odd. And last week they did something with Jalen Hurts. They let him carry the ball twice, and then he actually caught a pass. I think you're going to see a little more of that where they're going to try to take a page from the Saints and do a Taysom Hill thing with him so he can get in the game a little bit more. Just create another option, create another something. They need something. Like, yeah, they got all these injuries, but they can't stop trying to win games. They have to, right? Like, it's the NFL.
I mean,
millions of dollars involved.
They're in the worst division in the NFL, so they can win the division and make the playoffs. And
they're still alive.
I mean, like people don't talk about this enough because, like, let's face it, they're not going anywhere in the playoffs if they make it. But everyone gets bonuses if you make the playoffs. Like, there's an incentive right there to play well.
Yeah. So and like I would like to see. I think I'd be more interested in the game if I see Jalen Hurts out there every once in a while, in let's say third down situations or goal line. You know what I mean? Like that'd be kind of wild, fun to see. Like Thursday Night Football, two shitty teams. Hey, look at this. Some unexpected.
Oh, we should really jump into this because like kickoff's happening like right now. If you're going to play someone, play it now. Don't worry about it if you missed it.
Yeah. Or just don't because you're well off skipping off any of these guys.
Like I said, I'm picking the under on this. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I think that if you really need a flex play, you can play some of them, but I'm not feeling the best about it. So if you, I
am taking the Giants.
Huh?
I'm taking the Giants for this one.
With the points, or you're actually just saying they're going to
win?
No,
just money line Giants.
Really?
Yeah, I'm taking money line Giants.
I find that interesting. Do you have any reason?
No, just gut.
Oh,
just
okay.
Gut. Yeah.
I'm picking the Eagles, and that's 100% based on defense. Like, they still have a relatively good defense. And honestly, Giants, for as shitty as they are, have an all right defense as well. But
yeah, they're pretty equal, I think, on defense for this game. I think they're both around the same in turnover ratios throughout the first 6 weeks of the season. So, I mean, I think they're pretty even on defense. It's just, I don't know, the offensive line play is where it kind of differs a little bit.
I guess I'm going to go back to what we were talking about during the Jacksonville Dolphins Thursday night, though, where betting on two really shitty teams that could collapse for any reason. If you're going to put money on this, probably not the game to do it on because I honestly could see it going either way. They're divisional teams. They pay attention to each other. Either one of these teams could really shit the bed tonight. So Carson Wentz is coming up for the first snap of the game, and we're going to be off. So we'll see right away how good they're going to play.
I'm going to skip right to the bottom of the Thursday night notes, and I want to give everybody a chance because you can still do these prop bets. I have a couple prop bets for this game that could pay out pretty decent.
Well, Deshaun Jackson already got a good 11 or 12 yards there.
So I'm calling for Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown for $2. You would win 12. It's plus 650. Caden Smith, and again, anytime touchdown, $2 bet will get you $12 on 600 plus. And I played alternate spreads only because the odds were over 1,000 or more, and I like those odds, so I'll play a couple of those like I did last weekend. And we'll get into this when we talk about safe bets, but on alternate spreads, I went on both sides. I got the Giants by minus 20.5. A $2 bet would get you 20. And then Philly by minus 27.5, and a $2 bet would get you $24. So that's that. So, I got to sneeze. Sorry, Cody.
It's okay. Gazoon height, or whatever you say there.
Gazoom height?
Isn't that what they say? That's a thing.
All right, Cody.
Yeah. Anyways, if you were going to play anyone, who would you play in this game? Not that it's a
Who would I play?
We take too long getting into this. Maybe we got to move the COVID thing behind it again.
Yeah. If I were to play anybody, I think it would be Slayton.
Makes sense.
Darius Slayton. I think he's the only one I would really kind of trust. I would say Miles Sanders, but he's not playing. But yeah, Darius Slayton would be my only solid. He's gonna get the targets. He's gonna get the bulk of the targets.
Right. I'm super curious to see how Fulgham does tonight because with everyone out, he became the number one. But Deshaun Jackson is for sure the number one receiver on this now in my head, unless they do something different. I mean, I already seen, I'm watching up here. He's getting targeted, so I haven't seen Fulgham's name called yet. So,
well, the game just started.
I know, but I'm really curious because, the last couple of weeks, he's been their go-to guy.
Yeah.
Who's that? Is that? Can't tell who.
Is that Fulgham? No, it's Ward.
Ward. Okay.
Ward just got a pass. So yeah, who would you pick? That's who you're taking, Fulgham?
Nah, I don't know. I don't feel good about any of these. I guess Fulgham I'd play if I needed to. I guess I would play Deshaun Jackson if I needed to, but like I don't feel good about any. Like I really do have a strong strategy in fantasy that's done me well this long is try to avoid shitty teams as much as possible because shitty teams will let you down. So yeah.
Sorry, I'm just sharing our thing real quick.
It's all good. We're moving on.
Right. You got that news? The news
Yeah, sure.
trap?
Are we saying that's the end of this? It was like no one really cares about this shit.
No.
You picked the Giants and got Philly. Go Philly, I guess. Fly, Eagles, fly.
No. This is on our Thursday, or on our, yeah. All right. Set your lineup news. Brought to you by Something Street Studios.
I don't know if it's brought to you by. We're just on that. So.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't happen if they didn't exist.
Yeah. Something Street Studios would have more shows if I didn't have to work a day job.
Yeah. All right. So, so Minnesota's on a bye week. But Dalvin Cook is still kind of there. He didn't play in week 6. We'll see if he's questionable to return next week. But Cody, you were kind of pissed, right? Because you couldn't do what with him?
So he's. Let me turn down this music.
Yeah, turn down.
Dalvin Cook is listed as questionable, so I can't put him on fantasy IR during the bye week. And it's like, fuck you, Vikings. Just say he's out for now. You can come back next week.
Yeah.
Also, we have on YouTube a question, our first question of the night. It has Kamara and CMC on a 14-team PPR. He also has McKissick and Kamara starting this week. But is Ingram or Dobbins worth picking up? Dobbins, so Ingram's injured right now. Dobbins is the rookie. Both of them have been kind of in a committee.
Yeah, turn the shit off.
No, I'm not turning it off. I just turned it down.
Okay, thank you.
It was just a little distracting to me.
Okay, yeah.
I picked up Dobbins on as I had the bench spot. Ingram had been getting more carries, but with rookies traditionally get a little bit more carries as the year goes on. If Ingram's limited at all, Dobbins going to get some carries. If you have the bench spot, it is 100% worth picking up Dobbins, in my opinion. Ingram even worth picking up, in my opinion, if you have the spot. It's just you're in a 14-team PPR. You probably have someone you could drop. In that deep of a league, you probably have someone you could drop for those guys. It's a lottery ticket. That's all it is. But both of those players could be well in the second half. Baltimore, Baltimore is supposed to have a better offense than they do. So he says his bench is Latavius Murray, Mike Gesicki, McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Shenault, Shepard, and just got Goddard's off of waivers, and just got Antonio Brown. Oh, man. So Goddard, I don't think he comes back for a week or two, but I've been holding on to him because he was on my waiver too. Mm-hmm. I think Goddard's second half is, we've
you're in love with Goddard.
I think Goddard's going to have a good second half of the year. Antonio Brown, I almost say that
I'm staying away from him.
I would honestly say Ingram's or Dobbins is a better gamble. The biggest rumor right now with Antonio Brown is Seattle. If he goes to Seattle, there's no guarantee he's even the third target on that team.
No. He's going to be situational and only in there for deep plays when there's,
But the thing is, he could snap on another team, but the rumor right now is Seattle, and I don't like Seattle at all because I don't think Lockett and DK Metcalf, with how well their chemistry is shown with Russell Wilson. He also says, I don't want to drop anyone because I feel like they get picked up. Yeah. But he needs a tight end this week, so who would I drop? Yeah. Honestly, Antonio Brown's who would I drop. Someone's going to pick up Antonio Brown. I
would drop Goddard. I would drop Goddard.
If you have an IR spot, I don't know if he has an IR spot. I have him on IR. So
Yeah, move him to IR and then pick up.
Well, I'm assuming if he had that as an option, he
Graham.
would already done that. But yeah, I mean, Goddard still has a couple weeks to go. If you need someone now, I mean, honestly, even with Gesicki, I don't know what Tua's going to look like. Does Tua want to throw to his tight ends? Like,
he's gonna have to. He's a rookie. That's a safety valve. You know,
Right.
like he might even be a really good play this week. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you need to pick up a tight end. Honestly, I would drop either Goddard or Gesicki and hope that maybe you can pick him up off of waivers if no one else is paying attention. Gesicki is going to be harder to get back because of the bye. Goddard might just be available because he's obviously not playing right now. Oh, shit, I missed while talking. Who just scored that touchdown?
I don't know. Let me see.
You're not even paying attention.
No.
Well, someone scored a touchdown. Eagles up 6-0. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yeah, I guess the answer is if you could, pick up a tight end. I don't know who's available. And I would honestly go after Dobbins if you could free it up. I don't know if, like, reading the people he could drop, I don't know if I want to drop it. Like, Justin Jefferson's probably going to have a good future. You don't want to drop McCaffrey, that's for damn sure. Latavius Murray is, like, one injury away from being the number one wide running back, and you can actually use him some weeks.
That was a Carson Wentz run.
Carson Wentz run. There you go.
4-yard touchdown.
I guess Chenault I could theoretically drop depending on other stuff, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I hope us talking it through was helpful, but like, yeah, you're gonna have to go with your gun on that. I would definitely be fine dropping Goddard or Gesicki if you needed to get a tight end for this week, and if you want, I would drop Antonio Brown for Dobbins because I think it's a better gamble.
I would drop Goddard heartbeat. No problem.
What do you have against Goddard?
Doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. I don't see it happening working. I don't know.
I feel like he's slowly taking over, and now that Ertz is out, I mean, it sounds like Ertz is going to be gone for most of the year. Goddard should be back in the next couple of weeks. I don't know.
And traded. He's looking to be traded too or something.
Well, no one's going to trade for him now. That'd be the dumbest trade ever. Hey, let's trade for your 30-year-old tight end who's on injury reserve till the end of the season.
Yeah. So that's that. The Vikings actually had a trade too today, right?
Well, I put that in. We were talking about Minnesota.
Yeah.
So they traded Yannick Ngakoue.
Yeah, I wanted you to say his name because I don't know if I can say that.
Yeah, I feel bad because he's like he was Pro Bowler with Jacksonville, and like I can't even. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But I found it was interesting because Minnesota traded Jacksonville right before. I think it was like actually like the end of August. It was right before Week 1. Traded a 2nd and 5th round pick for him. Oh yeah, it was only 7 weeks ago. He gave Vikings 5 sacks over 6 games, which is in a 5-way tie for 4th place. You know, as far as amount of sacks in the league. And then they traded to Baltimore for 3rd. So they pretty much went down a round for a 6-game. They're like, let's borrow you for 6 games. Oh, we suck now. Let's get a pick.
Yeah. Let's get those picks back.
Yeah. I know that doesn't help for fantasy a lot unless you're playing defenses. Minnesota traditionally has a good DST. They have not been living up to it. Now that they just lost their pass rush, you can kind of forget about Minnesota's DST for a while unless they have a really good matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, and then after that,
unless they're playing one of these guys.
Yeah, and then after that, their other defensive end apparently is out for the season with a herniated disc surgery. He has to have Danielle Hunter. So yeah, Minnesota's defense is going to be looking really, really suspect from now on. So I would guess the biggest fantasy takeaway might be actually in the future play some people against Minnesota because I think they're going to be an easier matchup now.
Hell yeah. They're going to be it's also probably going to be high-scoring games.
Yeah.
Because,
Also, he goes to Baltimore, So they go to Baltimore, and Baltimore already has a good defense, and now they have a slightly better pass rush. So if you have Baltimore's D, this is great news for you.
Yeah. But they do have a bye week this week. So, talking about Baltimore, let's get into them. Mark Ingram, he has a mid-high ankle sprain, will possibly be back in week 8. But keep an eye on that. We'll be able to have our next show before next week's game, so we'll update you then too as well. And they're said to be signing Des Bryant to the practice squad.
I found that really interesting. He hasn't played in like 2 years.
I didn't know he was...
If you remember how he went out was, God, I can't even remember who signed him, but he was like getting ready to go, and then he tore his Achilles right when he was going to make his big comeback, and so he's like 2 years removed from any kind of football activity, coming off an Achilles. I wouldn't get too excited about it, but it's just fun to see a blast from the past. And it says this guy is back. He said, "Okay, I didn't have connection, so I'm." Oh, he said drop either Brown or Goddard. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drop both if
Brown
you want.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Seattle. Again, we touched on Antonio Brown, that he might go there, that they're interested in him. We don't think he's going to be very fantasy relevant, at least from the beginning standpoint. Maybe if some of the other guys get hurt, or something like that, and he gets a chance to really kind of take more of a role there. But I don't see him doing anything. He's 31 years old. He's been out of the game for a while. He's got a lot of baggage. And if I was the NFL team, I'd stay the hell away from him, like, entirely. I mean, I just don't want that in my locker room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's got issues he needs to clear up for himself, health-wise, mentally, I think.
I'm actually typing the guy on YouTube right now. Is just like he's still talking. Like, I would, if you're watching right now, drop Brown for one of the Baltimore running backs, and then you can drop Goddard for one of the tight ends. And he's saying available tight ends are the Houston tight ends Irv Smith, Eifert, and Herndon. Out of those, I'd probably gamble on Irv Smith. I don't know. What do you think?
More Herndon. I think Herndon might have a better chance.
Man, I don't like to bet on the sketchy. Jets. The Jets had 0 points last week. I think in the week before that they had like 10 points. It's like they're not doing anything right now.
Their offense is very stagnant, and I'm surprised Adam Gase still has a job there too. He's my next coach that I'm going to hate on until he gets fired. But yeah, they don't have anything going on. I wouldn't really trust anything going on there. I mean, think about it. They just gave up Le'Veon Bell, who they weren't even using properly at all.
Right.
So you can't stay away from them. I mean, Jimmy Graham might be available. You need a tight end.
I don't think at this point he's available, especially this is a 14-team league, and that's what you got to remember why he's so worried about dropping anyone.
14?
Yeah, people get snatched up real fast. But that's why I'm like, I don't think Brown's worth it in this league if there's someone like that. The whole Ingram-Dobbins thing is those guys are going to both be used. In a 14-team league, both of those guys are startable assets. I can't tell you what team Brown's even going to be on or how much he's going to be used once he's there. And it's a gamble. Yeah. If you have the spot, I don't see why not take it, but I would rather go with something I know is going to give me production. And like I've seen this before. It's like Josh Gordon multiple years. Honestly, fucking Antonio Brown last year. What happened last year? He went to like 3 different teams. He still has all these sex scandals up in the air. There was problems. I mean, if you watched any of Hard Knocks last year when he was with the Raiders, it seemed like Gruden really wanted him to work, but it's like at the end of the day, he just had to be like, okay, this guy's fucking crazy. I don't trust Antonio Brown. Hell, I don't trust Josh Gordon. Like, I don't like these guys. I don't trust them. They would be in the NFL if they could get their shit together.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not touching them. I don't like Antonio Brown. I didn't like Antonio Brown last season when we kept talking and having to talk news about him
Yeah.
It was annoying as just a fan to have to watch and have to talk about, doing fantasy shows. Like, really, we got to talk about this guy again, this fucking clown. That's going to be the same shit this year. I guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's that. I don't know.
Yeah. So they get more about this roster is their starting receivers are Julio, Evans, Edelman, and Justin Jefferson, which Edelman's the worst out of that. I think the rest of your core is pretty good, but Edelman's not been looking good at all. Running backs, Kamara, Latavius Murray, CMC, and McCaffrey. Wait, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah.
So honestly, that's a great start, but like, yeah. So I get what he's asking is like, so he still has Chenault, Shepard, Antonio Brown. I don't think I think you're set on wide receiver. Like, I don't see Antonio Brown beating out those other guys. I think the bench space sounds like it's more important to you at this point.
Yeah.
Like when she said like bench spots at some point in the season, especially bye weeks, become like gold. And that's why if you got people on bye week that, might be
at this. Yeah. I think at this point you got to start looking, okay, these guys got these buys coming up. Who's got the best matchup during that bye? And that's who you want to aim for.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's got the best matchup when you need to replace that player. You know what I mean? So like it takes a little more digging if you really want to find the best option. You got to look at the matchups for that bye week that you're going to take these guys out, because your starting line is pretty good. It's not bad, but you just want to make sure you're not picking up a player who's also going to have a bye that same week. Yeah. Because then you're going to have a bigger problem. You're going to have two holes. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to work out for you. So, all right.
Long story short, if I were you, go get Dobbins. If you could hang on to Goddard, that'd be cool. But it sounds like you can't. So get a tight end. Try to win this week.
Yeah. All right. Next up on the news, we got Denver. Melvin Gordon, he returned to practice today. No word on his suspension yet, so he's probably going to play this week. Which means, Lindsey might not benefit from this now, obviously, because I think it's going to be more of a 50-50 share for them. Last week, of course, Lindsey was able to take all of it. But now, Melvin plays, they're going to split the carries, and the passing downs. They both do the same thing. So it might be a safe bet to kind of pick one and run with him, but try not to play both, because I think one will kind of outshine the other at some point, maybe. Noah Fant, again, is questionable for this game. It kind of pisses me off. I want him to play again because that's my guy right there. I came very close to maybe thinking about dropping him, but I was like, no, what am I thinking? No, he's fire when he's in there. So next we got Washington. Dwayne Haskins. He was back at the facility this past Friday. Apparently he left the facility because he's had, farting issues, gastro issues is what they officially said. He didn't play on Sunday, and he probably won't play anytime here on after. So I don't think anybody's starting him in fantasy. So I don't even know why we're talking about him. Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah, I'm just responding. He said that, so he's just been waiting for Christian McCaffrey to be back. He's been using McKissick and Kamara. So he was asking if Dobbins or Ingram could be a better play for the next few weeks. Ingram's injured is what I said. So Dobbins could be, if you got to just be monitoring Ingram's injury. But Baltimore, theoretically, coming off the bye, might write a lot of the stuff they want to do. And what they like to do is run. Their number one runner is the quarterback. But last year, they really got their running game going. So I'm honestly kind of excited about the second half of the year of Baltimore. I think that they know what they want to do, and they're going to execute better.
Okay. Tampa Bay, Chris Godwin probably going to suit up, but
especially if they get an extra day because their opposing team's whole offensive line has COVID. Yeah.
And then watch Tampa Bay get COVID next week, and then show continues rolling down the hill.
Keep this pandemic shit going.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jacksonville, DJ Shark, he should be a good play. He did practice today, limited, but he looks like he's going to play. That's good. Tyler Eifert had a neck injury. He's questionable to play this week, and they're saying he's probably not. So if we're starting him for any reason.
Actually, if that kid's still watching on YouTube, I think Eifert was one of the people he was talking about pick up. You should remember that. I wasn't thinking of that. Yeah, so don't pick up Eifert.
Yeah, his neck's busted. Don't do it.
Yeah, neck injuries, not good.
No, not good. Doesn't fare well with contact sports. So the Jets, they scored 75 points total this season in 6 games. So how does Gase have his job?
I feel like we say this every fucking week.
I mean, he's almost worse than Bill O'Brien was. The only thing it was like, I just don't know. I don't get it. He's so weird too. I mean, his eyes. What the fuck is this guy looking at all the time? Like, it's like dead stare. It's like he's looking into his own soul standing in front of him or something. It's just, I don't get it. But Jamison Crowder, he should be good to go week 7. He's got a groin issue. His ball's hurt. Mm-hmm. And that's it for the Jets.
That's all. Honestly, that's the only reason we should be talking about the Jets is Crowder actually has been playing all right for fantasy. Yeah. But other than that, it's been pretty slim pickings. Everyone's like waiting for P. Ryan to actually take off. And to be a good running back, you need a team to actually support you. So I don't know if he might be better in the future, but right now his team's shit, and so he's going to be shit.
Yeah. So we move on to New Orleans. Michael Thomas, he has an ankle hamstring injury, was also limited, but came out that he was held out of last week's game due to disciplinary reasons. He fought somebody.
Yeah, it was like during practice he fought one of the defensive people on the field, and then after that tweaked his hamstring again.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that was today. He tweaked his hamstring again, wasn't seen at practice.
Yeah.
If you got Michael Thomas at this point, you've been having to replace him all season. You obviously do not drop him, but this is just frustrating as shit because you probably took him in the first. Oh, so this guy's asking, is Goddard a top 10 tight end when back? I say yes, he doesn't. That's what the debate is. I actually think that Goddard could be a top 5, behind the big guys.
Oh, really?
5. Dude, I'm telling you, they like their tight ends on the Eagles, and if they could figure it out, but
I think he's gonna be blocking more than anything when he comes back. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sold on him yet. I think he's just outside the top 10.
I think that he could be a top 10 tight end for sure. That's my opinion on him, but we'll see. We'll see if he ever gets back on the field.
Golden Tate touchdown.
Yeah, I just saw that was a nice fucking. He just got mossed.
Yeah. Yep.
I kind of missed Tate.
All right, so yeah.
I liked it with the Lions, man.
He's a good. He's a scruffy little guy, man.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of 30 now, but he was always such a great player for us. Yeah, oh man, and there was some holding on that too. Like he was just grabbing that jersey.
Yep. So that was New Orleans. Carolina, McCaffrey is not expected to return week 7. It looks like it's going to be week 8 or even week 9. So, Miles Davis had a small injury as well. Or Mike Davis, sorry. Miles Davis. I said it again, Cody. I did that last week. Mike Davis had an ankle injury as well. So keep an eye on him because I think he might not be good enough to play next week. It seems like he's having some issues. So keep an eye on him. So with that
he's asking, real quick, he's asking, do you like Gesicki better than Goddard? I like Goddard better.
Yes. No, I like Gesicki.
Really?
Yep.
You got a reason for that or no?
Tua.
You think Tua?
Right now, yeah, I think Tua is going to use him as a, That's my right-hand man right there. I think him and Gaskins are going to be exploding right now with Tua.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think both
split
of their
opinions.
values go up. Yeah. Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson is back. Now he's going to cut into last week's waiver wire stud, Chase Claypool's targets. So, I don't know. Like he was picked up in our waiver league, or in our waivers in our league for your lineup, and I didn't even realize he was on the waivers, but
I did. I put in money for him, and it was not enough. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll get into that later, but he's going to cut into Claypool's targets,
For
and
sure.
I don't think Claypool's going to be having bang out games like he did a couple weeks ago. So, Juju's knee, he missed practice today. He's having some knee issues, so keep an eye on him. If he's out, then
Honestly,
Claypool,
with this knee injury, Juju hasn't been playing the best anyways. So Deontay Johnson's back, and how they've been using Claypool. Even if he is active, you might want to just sit Juju. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
knee injury plus he's not being in the targets.
yeah. He needs to rest it. He keeps trying to play on it, and he's not being very effective. Not getting any separation or anything. All right, Miami. Tua's named starter over Fitz.
Yep, we were just talking about this kind of, but
Yes.
this is huge fucking news.
Yeah, it's big, surprising news actually for everybody. Even Fitz, he was on the NFL Network and he was doing his media thing, and he didn't even see it coming.
He sounded like he was like his feelings were actually hurt.
He said his feelings were hurt.
Yeah.
He said he was heartbroken.
Yeah.
We heard an NFL player say, "I'm heartbroken." Like, I felt bad for Fitz, man. He was on the sideline clapping for this kid those last 2 minutes of that game, like cheering his team. He's been balling this season. Like, it's not like he's been playing bad.
No, I mean, like, I didn't think they were as good as they have been playing. The Dolphins have been outplaying expectations. So
Extremely, yeah, and it's all because of Fitz. It wasn't because of anything else.
I would say the team's starting to come together a little bit. On both sides. It's
Yeah,
they've been bad for so long. It's one of those that can only go up.
yeah. So I don't know. I like Tua. I wanted to see him play, but I didn't think we'd get to at this point with Fitz playing so well. But fuck it, he's here. He's playing. And I think it's going to be good for Gaskins and Gesicki, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm kind of like eyeing that kind of see what develops there between those guys.
I honestly think that the Gaskins thing, he's probably going to help a little bit at first. My biggest question is sometimes when you throw in a new quarterback, they don't put too much on his plate right away. They make the offense simple, try to do as little as possible. So it would make sense that the running back would, even in spots that they might not always run, they might try to run it a little bit more. But I do not know Tua's. Like, I don't think Tua's going to take a deep shot as much as Fitz has. So, I mean.
Oh, no. I mean, or he might. I don't know. I haven't seen this kid playing yet. There was no preseason game, so we don't know what the fuck this kid can do at the NFL level yet. So he's pretty much up in the air.
But Fitz is a gunslinger. He's just like one of those guys like, fuck it, I'll take a shot. I mean, he throws a lot of interceptions because of that. But I feel like, new quarterback, the coaches probably don't trust him as much. I don't know if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's interesting. I'm definitely going to be, I guess that's a week from now, but watching closely to try to get, I guess, a feel for what he's going to be.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to watch that game. I'm going to be taking notes during it as well. Just, I'm a Tua fan.
So I want to just point this out. So, Vinny Bag of Donuts just said Zoom link. For anyone watching, you can call us at any time at this phone number, or that's our Zoom room number. You just go into Zoom and you put in 486-381-4610. But here, some people need a special invitation.
Right there, Zoom. Zoom number. Zoom number is right there. I'm fingering the Zoom number. You see it? There's the Zoom number right there. Anyways. All right, Dallas. Dallas is a fucking mess. Oh, my God, Dallas.
That game was painful.
It was horrible.
I said-
it felt so good to watch, though. I was like, oh, my God, this is amazing.
Wrong button. Uh-oh. Why is this? Uh-oh. There. I wanted to
Wrong
push this
button.
again. I don't know why. Also, my computer's running bad. Oh, someone's coming in here.
Uh-oh. Who? I don't see nobody.
I don't know. I just pushed someone in.
There you go.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up, Donuts?
Hey, I'm here with two of the members of our league at the bar called Swig. We're trades. My buddy over here made a pretty fucking good one here that I might take here. But I was talking shit to these other boys over here. They don't know how to make trade offers. Half of our league just like, I make a trade for one player and they're like, all right, let me take his whole team from him. I'll be on go for his whole team. But so I was just like popping in to say that thank you for making a quality trade offer. I'm gonna look it over. Probably gonna get accepted.
Nice.
I think
All
this
right.
helps both of our teams. I think it helps both of our teams.
Yeah.
Usually
Nice.
John the Drummer loses trades from what I heard. He might win this one. So
Maybe.
We've
Maybe.
been playing with them for a long time. We hold a lot against them from the early years.
Yeah. There's been a lot of stupid shit happening
landscape.
for me, but yeah, I don't know.
So who
Sounds
else from
like
who else from the leagues over there?
trying to figure this out, but I just want to. Whoa, that was just a picture and a picture and a picture. There we go. I can see.
There you go.
Yeah, apparently bars close at 9:00 after tonight.
What?
Yeah.
Every night.
COVID.
So we're out here gonna party tonight. See what's
Wow.
up.
There you go.
Oh,
Or
so
no, they don't.
hold on one second. Is someone else is on here? I don't let someone in.
10:00 is last call.
That's
You
Leonard.
don't have to kick people out, but after tonight, 10:00 is last call for all bars. So I'm gonna show my face. Ooh, it's like a veil of sexy. Look at that. Drink this beer.
Is Leonard there? That's Leonard Ortega, the other guy, Cody.
Oh, okay. Hello?
But anyway, sorry for interrupting. I just
No,
wanted
you're
to
good.
thank
No,
you
no,
for
call in at any time.
Give me a good trade. Give me a good trade. I don't know if I'm gonna take it because I really had to look it over. This is really both of our seasons hinge on this week. I
Yeah.
think.
Nah, maybe. We still got time.
Well, I would have liked to have gotten this trade offer before the game, honestly, so I didn't have to start Devonta Freeman. I don't know if he scored yet or is getting involved in the game plan. But fuck, if I have to start another player on the fucking Giants, I can shoot myself, dude.
No, yeah, I understand.
It's not
I'll do
a
it.
not a recipe to win
But-
there.
I'm glad that I spent the money on him because if I didn't, dude, I would have been so like I would have just left it empty.
Yeah.
Like for real this week, I would have just left it empty.
But don't
So-
get too discouraged because I went over the standings, and the standings, like
They're very close.
everyone is at 2 and 5 around you, except for like the other 5 players. So like you can totally still make it.
Well, now what I was talking shit to these guys because they were like, "Oh, well, we just sent you a trade. You won this best player." I was like, "Yeah, there's a player on that team that I value and I want. I'm gonna fucking give you what I think is like close, which is under. Send me something that's a little bit more, right? Because you don't start with like, hey, I'm gonna send you the best trade for you possible. You
No.
send a trade that's close, right?
Or like
And then
De-
you start from there.
yeah, like Devin
like,
last week kept
In
trying to trade
negotiations,
me.
they always say the person that says a number
Yeah.
first always loses, right? Like that's like a fucking hands down negotiation thing.
Mhm.
So like starting something like the way Mike Devlin and I started that trade, that 3-person trade. Look at it. Really, it ended up being like 2 players for 1, but we threw 3 players that were a fucking dart throw, right?
Right.
Like he got Cam Newton, I got fucking Stephon Diggs. I won that trade so far, right?
Yeah, Diggs looks awesome.
Yeah.
But in the end, like he won 2 games because of that. So to be fair, he might win that thing because I might fucking lose, and I might whatever,
There's still
Yeah.
plenty of season left, man.
They're always hit or misses. You never know.
It's all about this game's all about consistency. Like you find the players that get the ball or get touches, and they look for them in the red zone, right? And if those players, then guess what? You probably end up winning. It doesn't play, but overall, you want players on the best offenses, that score, because then you have the higher chance of fucking getting points.
Yeah.
So I picked fucking 4 players on the same offense because I'm like, someone's got to get the fucking ball, and they're like, no, Lamar Jackson just gets the ball, dude. Nobody else.
Mhm.
Well, we were actually had a guy on YouTube asking about that earlier. Do you think second half is going to be good for Dobbins and Ingram? Or
I do too. But the value's really low right now, so I'm willing to trade him. So I have a player that will play every week, starting lineup. So I have to win every game. I feel like I have to win every game.
Pretty much.
From now on. 2-4. I don't, but who knows how long this season's gonna end. I gotta fucking score thousands of points if I want to at least break even if we don't get to this end of the season. This shit's over.
Yeah, good point. I
I've
hope
been
we
looking-
get it.
I'm in. I have 4 fucking four of the top 10 receivers, but I had Christian McCaffrey first pick, so I can't even play a running back. I'm just all right, I don't know this guy, whatever.
Hey, Donuts.
I've got Jefferson, I've got Evans, I've got Hopkins, I've got DK Metcalf, and I've got one other guy. Oh, Marquise Brown. So I have 5 receivers, and you only play 2 in a flex. So I'm like, oh shit! Here, I'll trade you my whole team for a running back that starts every week.
Yeah. Hey, Donuts. I was looking for a prop bet for when the season would end or when COVID would make the season end, and I couldn't find one anywhere yet.
I don't think they'll ever do that.
You don't think they would?
That's a prop bet that they want, but they don't want.
Yeah.
Because then they lose millions of dollars.
But also,
Yeah,
that's the
you're
way you hedge your bets, where it's just we made money off of people betting on this, so we lost the season, but we made money off of it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Vegas is gonna play if if their whole line is not practicing. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
That. I mean, I made that pick, but now that I'm sure that point line jumps up to fucking 12.
Yeah, we actually mentioned that during the COVID update that we were and Vinny picked the Raiders, and we're I don't know if I would pick a game that I'm not even sure if it's going to get played.
I wouldn't have picked that game. I'm just saying, okay, it jumps to 12 points or 14 points or something because their whole offensive line is out. I'm I'm still not taking it. But straight up the way it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Cody, is Leonard still waiting?
No, he was. It says he's a non-video participant, or.
Is he there? Can he hear us?
Oh no! Oh yeah, it says he's on here.
I can hear you guys.
Oh, hey
You guys
Leonard,
are
how you
talking. I
doing?
was going to interrupt.
You're
I saw
really
you on
quiet.
Facebook.
All right,
How you
I'm
doing,
a
buddy?
quiet person.
I think I'm gonna break because I'm still here at the bar, but I just wanted to represent and clock in, say hello.
All right.
All right,
Talk
do
shit
it.
about these other fools that
Yeah, dollar
are in
shot
the
us later
league
with
that
all
know
those guys.
nothing about fucking how to negotiate what you want. You can get things that you want from people, but unless you put it in perspective to where they understand, then you're just literally just throwing your time and energy in the garbage, and that's not good for anybody. So don't do that. I'm
Dollar
literally talking shit about them, and I love it because they're right across the I'm I have no idea.
All right, Donuts.
dollar shot us later. All right.
Yeah.
Gee, I don't think you
Yeah.
heard me.
How you doing, Leonard?
I'm good.
Yeah, how you been? Everything's good?
Bears winning the whole season, basically. And so
Yeah.
far, they're doing so much better than what I thought were going to happen.
Yeah. I picked them to go 12-4 this year.
What are they now? I don't even know.
They're
5-1.
5-1, yeah. So I'm on the right path for that.
2020 is weird, but
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah. So what's up, man? You watching the show? You like it?
Yeah, I like the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. You play fantasy, right?
No, not really. I'm in a sport league or something where you pick your players, and so far I'm not last.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
It sounds like fantasy.
It kind of is. I missed like a week or 2 weeks of picking, and I'm still not last, so I guess that's a win.
Yeah, you're playing fantasy. It sounds like fantasy.
Something like that. Might show
Yeah.
up my phone. Yeah. I know Juan. Juan's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, this is my buddy Cody.
Hey, what's up, man? Nice to meet you. We just
Hey,
do the
Cody.
stupid show every week. But I don't know. It's a fun show. So you don't play fantasy. You got any questions for your whatever pick'em league you got going on, or?
I made my picks for this week, but how about next week?
Sure.
Fuck,
Or
well, I
the week
don't.
afterwards.
Is
I
it
need
is it like
suggestions. Basically my whole deal this is basically just picking the Bears by 6, and my name is the Bears by 6.
I don't know if that's going to always work.
Well, it's worked so far.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I've watched a lot of Bears this year. They've been playing sloppy. They've been getting better as the year goes on. But I feel like there's going to be a loss or two in there that's going to.
Well, I know that's coming. I'm a Chicago sports team. I know that's coming. But who knows what 2020 will do? Maybe this is just the team who has the most players at the end of the season.
That is a very good point. I'm not sure if you caught our COVID update at the beginning, but it's a mess every week.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to do news on it and keeping track and updating it. As it's harder to keep track than the players, like in fantasy, in general. Like it's just, it's so like the information is so sparse, and like the names, they don't release them right away, and then all the rules, and it just the game's changing, the schedule's moving around. It's a lot of stress, man. It's giving me a heart attack every now and then.
It's a pain in the
trying to
fucking
figure it
ass.
out.
It's a pain in the ass because like
Yeah.
right now
getting balder.
the whole Raiders offensive line is quarantining right now because they've all been in contact with the players that just put on COVID IR. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
The whole offensive line is quarantining right now.
Yeah, and they only get to come back on Sunday.
I think I saw a movie where they introduced where like every NFL player was like out of it. I think it was called The Replacements.
Yeah, with
if
Keanu
they
Reeves.
got Keanu Reeves playing the NFL,
I'd watch that.
What's his name? Yeah, I'd watch it. It's like the XFL all over again. But yeah, I don't know. You want to listen to some news, Leonard? We got some more news left to go through. You want to stay on?
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
All right. So I think we started with Dallas. We didn't finish. Dallas a mess. Zeke fumbles twice, and Dalton was exactly what he was when he was with Cincinnati, as he threw 2 interceptions.
More than that, he's always
been is out with a concussion.
He's always been bad in primetime. That was a primetime game.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. He's not doing it. He's not doing anything right. Green Bay, Robert Tonyan.
Tanyan.
Tonyan.
You mispronounce this
Tanyan.
every time, just like Goddard.
I know. I'm horrible with names. But Goddard, I do it specifically because I like saying go dirt.
Yeah.
But Tanyan, he's got an ankle injury. He didn't practice yesterday, and today he was seen doing rehab work only. So I'm a little nervous about him because I was kind of high after that big game he had a couple weeks ago. So we'll see what happens. KC Le'Veon Bell is not mentioned to be active just yet, but he might. And when he does, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be the one who kind of, has to lose some carries. But, I mean, the way he played last week, man, I don't know.
He's going to lose a couple
really
carries.
like
He's going to lose some carries, but Le'Veon Bell hasn't played with this team yet. He's going to be eased in, especially with Clyde playing as well as he has. So worry about the future, not about the
Totally
now.
agree.
Start Clyde.
Yeah. Next we got Buffalo. John Brown, he's out this weekend. But that was a horrible game for Buffalo against KC. Josh Allen played miserably. It just didn't work out for them at all. So we'll see if that's the kind of route all defenses take when they play Buffalo, like kind of do what Kansas City did, where they play a lot more zone than anything, and it kind of just disrupts Josh Allen's productivity. So I think that might be something to watch going forward for Buffalo and Josh Allen. San Francisco, Raheem Mostert, high ankle sprain. He's been put on IR for 3 games, so
At least 3
don't
games.
expect to have him at least 3 games, yeah. Cincinnati, John Ross, he asked the Bengals for a trade, and his agent also confirmed this.
They said they don't use him.
Who's interested in Josh Brown? Yeah.
Honestly,
Who's interested in John Brown?
no, John Ross.
John Ross, sorry, John Ross.
Yeah, he's fast. Someone might need like a punt returner or something. I mean, like it's that time of the year. Someone might see something like you can use John Ross. He's fast. He just never really took off as a wide receiver. But if you like, a lot of offense are using wide receivers more in gadget plays and shit like that. I could totally see him.
Yeah.
Someone can have a use for him, but he probably doesn't cost much. Conditionary 6th round pick or something.
Yeah. So Joe Mixon is probably going to be out. He has an ankle issue, and he's also dealing with a concussion. So don't expect him to play. Cleveland, Njoku also wants to be traded. Hunt's ribs are messed up, so he was limited today. Landry was also limited. He's got a broken rib since week 5. And Mayfield, he's got chest issues.
I didn't read that all in one sentence, so everyone's got fucked up midsections here.
Yeah, it seems like they all need to start wearing rib guards in their
Apparently,
protective gear.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know why that's not already a thing. I think I would wear them if they offered them
It
to
hinders
me to
your
wear.
movement. I understand why people don't, but
I mean, I don't know.
there's a
I'd wear that
pandemic
shit
right
any day.
now. Like there's so many like important issues going on, and there's some people who still their biggest issue is they don't want to wear a protective thing to protect them and the ones around them. People, there's people have their reasons.
Yeah. So next up, Tennessee, Jonnu Smith, tight end. He's got a minor ankle sprain. He's questionable. Corey Davis has finally been activated from the COVID list. And A.J. Brown's knee, he had issues with his knee earlier in the season. It seems like he still is. I don't think he's going to play this week. He tried to play through it last week, and not happening. Atlanta, Julio and Ridley, they're both kind of banged up. Julio missed practice yesterday, but he did show up today, practice limitedly. And Ridley was also limited today.
Yeah. The thing is, you got to remember with Julio, he misses practice all the time. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
He played great last week. He was injured. He was coming off an injury. He played great last week, but Julio always misses a practice every week. It's like he's a veteran. No one needs him to practice. He will show up. I think he plays. I'm not worried about him.
Okay.
Except for he's playing my Lions, and so maybe take the week off. I don't know.
That would be good, right? Mm-hmm. The Chargers, Keenan Allen, he was limited at practice. He's expected to play with a bad back. I'm keeping my eye on him because I got him, and I'm a little bit worried, but especially because Mike Williams is back. So I think Keenan's not going to be as productive as I hope he would be. Austin Eckler looks like he'll be out much longer. Their head coach, Anthony Lynn, stated that it's a very serious injury. And it sucks because I also have him, and he's on my IR spot. So, I'm kind of hurting at running back a little bit. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see what happens.
What you're going to do is you're going to trade away one of your running backs, is what I heard from what's going on with Donuts.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to. I'm trying to trade Kenyon Drake, and we'll see what happens. We'll see. I think I would win it. We'll see. Hopefully he approves that before the weekend, and yeah, I'll be good with letting go of Drake right now. He really pissed me off last weekend, so yeah. So Justin Jackson showed up on the injury report for the Chargers as well, with a knee injury.
Doesn't sound serious. He'll probably play, but also they seem to like to use 2 running backs, so just nope, he might get less carries this week. It's something to monitor.
No. Tyrod has been medically cleared to return, but he's not going to start because they're sticking with Herbert, the rookie. He's been blowing it up, and I got him. So I'm all for Tyrod staying on the goddamn bench. So
he when he comes back, they've already announced that he's back up, so you don't have to worry about that unless bad play. The last I looked, I think Chargers only have 1 win on the season. I think they're 1-5, if I can, or something like that. 1-4, 1-5. They aren't playing for the season as much anymore. They just see a young quarterback that's playing all right. I don't think you have to worry about Tyrod, and that is the news.
Yes, that is it. All right, Cody, I'm going to go pee while you bring us into the memoriam.
Okay, cool. Well, you only have 39 seconds, so hurry. All right, well, once again, people get injured. And I still have to add Danielle Hunter because that snuck up on me last minute before we got here. But here's some people we lost this week. Oh, that cut out way too early. Oops. Hi, we're back. Anyways, next segment is safe bets. Drummer is not back from the. Oh, he is just in time to talk about betting. So as the season goes on, we are more and more getting into betting on football because it's legal now. And what else are you going to do with your money, right?
Yeah, seriously.
But maybe we're not the best people to listen to because if you do, we're not doing the best on the season. Donuts is 2-2. I'm 1-3, and Drummer is 1-3 on our safe bets. So hopefully we turned around this week. Last week, Donuts had Miami with points and Tennessee and Rams straight up. The Miami one covered. The other half did not. I picked the Lions-Jags to go over 54. I stand behind my logic. The Lions showed up and did exactly what they needed to. The Jags, I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah. The Lions' defense is horrible. They're fucking horrible, and they cannot fucking put points on us at all. I was actually at the end, it's like we're up, I forget, we're up 20 points or something like that. It's like, Jaguars, you can score too. I need to get the over here. They only got 50, or I was 4 points away from them hitting the over, and they couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Jags. And then, Drummer, you lost on the Houston versus Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanted Houston win, and almost went to overtime. But that boy, Derrick Henry, he ran on your asses.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that stiff arm. Oh, Jesus. That was nasty.
So, yeah, that's unfortunate, but that's what you get when you bet. So this week, Donuts, who was just calling in, he picks too many people.
Yeah, he does. He picks a lot of stuff. And, he picked the Cowboys, 49ers, and Atlanta with the money line. And then he went the Steelers and Raiders with points. So,
Yeah, we only asked for one the original week. He gave us 2, so we both did 2. We were just like, whatever, that's what Donuts is doing.
Yeah,
I'm sticking to 2. He just keeps adding more and more every fucking week. It's like, I wanted like these safe bets. What I was thinking is if we did 6, I could do a 6 parlay with all of our bets and see how it goes. You know? But now it's like, no, we can't even talk about that shit anymore because he's doing all this crap. He's got his own parlay he's doing. I'm just doing my 2 picks, and then you're just doing, your what do you call those? Prop bets.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing prop bets.
So my plan's gone.
Yeah. So, what do you got, Cody? You got the Lions plus 2.5.
So he picked Atlanta, which I took as an affront. So it's like, screw it. I'm taking the Lions. The Lions have a spread of 2.5. So all we have to do is, lose within a field goal, which we can do that. So honestly, I don't think the Falcons are good enough that I don't feel that bad about this. As a matter of fact, the over-under is only at 55 right now, which actually is a high over-under. But like same logic as last week that I lost on, the Lions are actually moving the ball all right. The Falcons have a horrible defense. What?
Did Leonard leave?
He might have. Let me check.
Oh, sorry, Leonard.
He's gone.
Sorry, Leonard. Bye.
Bye, Leonard.
Thank you for calling. I forgot you were there. My bad.
So what was I going to say? Oh, so yeah, the over-under on that's 55, but the Falcons have been putting up points like crazy.
Yeah.
The Lions have a bad defense. I think that we could easily hit this. I think this is the game, man. We're going to hit this over-under.
Yeah. I'm going to do some prop bets, and I'm going to get more into why I'm going to do prop bets after I give you these picks.
I think we talked about this before, though. You picked 2 that are playing right fucking now, so it helps no one.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I'm not going to do that again. But these were my prop bets today. And these prop bets, they're fun. Like, because you could put $2 to $3 and you'll make out with 60. And I'll explain to you how. But the picks were, I got Caden Smith, the tight end for the Giants, as an anytime touchdown scorer for the game.
The second tight end for the Giants.
The second tight end for the Giants. Okay. Now
that's important because people might forget that Ingram is actually the number 1 target out of those 2.
So it's a plus 600 on the odds. So that's really like a big payout. And then I also went, because I saw Jalen Hurts get some action last week. I also picked Jalen Hurts for an anytime touchdown scorer at plus 650. Now, I know the odds of him getting the ball are small, and the chances of him even scoring a touchdown would be small, but the payout's at 650. So if I hit, $2 becomes, give or take, $40. No, it'd be 24 bucks. So it's, for $2, why not? So now the reason why I started doing prop bets, because I figured this out last week on the FanDuel Sportsbook. The day before the game, if you go into more bets, you will see all these other odds, bets, alternate spreads that you can pick and all this stuff, okay? And you can parlay these too. Like, I was like, okay, this sounds like fun. I'm going to try this. So I didn't parlay any bets yet, but I did make a bet for Arizona to win and for Christian Kirk to have 2 touchdowns. Now, this was not a parlay bet. This is the way the bet was on the app, period. Like, you bet it on the bet just like this. Now, I bet $2 on this. The odds were plus 3,000. 3,000. I bet $2 and won 60 on it. I kind of wish I would have bet $10 on it just to kind of be like, you know what? Let me throw 10 at this just to see how it works out. But I ended up winning that one. All right. Now I also had this same bet, but with Kenyon Drake having 2 touchdowns. Right before the game started, I decided, you know what? No, fuck Drake. He pissed me off. I'm not even going to take this bet. I'm going to put this $2 on another bet.
Scared money don't make none.
Yeah. So I trashed the bet out, and I put the $2 on somebody else. Let behold, at the end of the fucking game, Drake cuts off for a 69-yard touchdown run. You got that clip, Cody? Where's that Kenyon Drake clip?
In place will come shortly.
This is what this motherfucker does.
Garbage time. He was supposed to be just killing clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's
So-
pointless. I don't know what the over-under is on that, but someone could have just won the over-under on that one, too.
Yeah. Seriously. It was very
What was
upsetting.
with that? Like, Dallas had 10 points at the, like, how pathetic
was-
was that game?
It was bad. It
I'm
was bad.
I'm sorry, Dallas fans. You guys
Yeah. They're all crying.
shat the
They're all
bed.
crying. Yeah. So I could have won some money on this bet. It was plus 1,700 odds. Not as good as the Christian Kirk one, but still really good odds. I also put a prop bet on Cole Kmet on an anytime touchdown. Put $5 on this bet, and I got paid out 55 on it on 1,000 plus odds. That was fun. When I saw that kid, because I'm a Kmet fan, I've been waiting to see him in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
And when he scored that touchdown, dude, ooh, I was screaming like shit. And I was like, yeah, what's the money? What's the money? And I checked, it was $55. I was like, all right, cool. I can do that. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And then on the other bet that I won, I parlayed Atlanta to win, the Bears to win, and the Lions to win.
So, did you just see this interception there? That was a great one.
Bradbury, yeah. That was a good one.
Who was he going for? If he didn't get that interception, there was a safety behind him.
Yeah.
That
was stupid.
Thank you for betting on my Lions.
Yeah. I put $5 on that, and I won just a little over $42 on it.
Nice.
So that was a good bet. Yeah. That was sweet. So I think I'm going to start doing my prop bets as opposed to picking games because I've been horrible at picking games.
Yeah, I was actually looking at this week's bets, and like a lot of them, there's a lot of games that I just want to stay away from this week. Where like, I could see either team winning very easy, and it's like I like ones that I have a strong feeling about. Like I hate when I don't feel confident, and man, there's so many of them I don't feel confident about.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's kind of a tough week for picking games. The Pittsburgh Tennessee games kind of got me itchy. I don't know if I want to put any money on that, but I think I might play with that game.
I actually am really like, I don't know how to pick on that one specifically. You're talking about Pittsburgh, Tennessee. They just lost Devin Bush. Pittsburgh just lost Devin Bush for the season, who's one of their better defensive players. But then Tennessee just lost a lineman. So like, in my head, it's like, should that be a wash? But it's like, or is certain positions, like when you're trying to weigh that knowledge, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it's a tough game, and it's a -1 for Tennessee, so
it's going to be close.
Yeah, it's going to be close. So I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of tough games to pick on, but I think it's a good week to do prop bets. I think you'll have fun with that. You should try it this week, Cody. Everyone should.
We'll see where I get. I actually already have a couple bets in. What happens almost every time I do this is like I look to see what I'm feeling, and as I'm doing it, it's like, I'll throw a couple bets in real quick. And I did a couple prop bets too. I don't even remember what I have. I'll tell you if I win them.
All right. I'll send you pics or screenshots of my picks. Why can't I fucking talk today? Jesus Christ.
It's been
I'll
a long
send you
week.
pictures of my bets as I win them.
And those are safe bets. Safe bets. They might be safe.
Safe bets. Yeah, maybe.
You know what time it is?
Safer.
I was
Yeah.
prepared to play dirty.
Set your lineup. The official league talk. Yeah.
So 6 weeks are fucking done. 6 weeks in the book. Drew is alone in first place at 5-1. Got his first loss this week. Otherwise, he would be further ahead. Craig's, Rance, and me were in second place, tied 4-2. Oto is alone in 6th place. Sorry, 3-3. And what I was trying to explain, to Donuts earlier, what I was trying to explain to Donuts earlier is that everyone else is 2-4. So all they have to do is win 1 to catch up with Oto if Oto loses. All they have to do is win 2 to catch up with all of us in 2nd place. All they have to do is win 3 to catch up with 3rd place. It's still fucking anyone's game, and that's why I just don't understand why some people just get discouraged and give up on a season. No, bitch, you can catch up, man. Anything can happen. This is football. This is fucking random as all hell.
I'm coming back. I'm gonna win this shit. Watch, I'm gonna win it.
Damn right. That's the right attitude, dude. I like your attitude.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, first up is you.
Oh, yeah.
You lost 95 to 124.
Yeah, I know.
You hear what I was saying earlier about you only need to make up 3 games. You 3 games to make it up to first place here. So you're not out of it, but I don't want to pay these guys.
Yeah, I don't want to pay them either.
I just don't want to pay them.
I'm hoping for COVID.
But no, we said we'd pay out the highest scorer if made it to a certain amount of weeks. I forget what it was, but we're almost there.
Yeah,
but
there's no out of it.
Like half of these people in this league, I'm pretty sure I've never seen this show.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. And I think Lino is one of those non-watchers. I've never heard one word out of him. I don't really know Lino that well. He's one of the regulars at Knicks. Pac-Man got him in. And he beat you. And I know you'd like to blame Stafford for this, but it was totally Jacksonville's fault for having a shitty run defense because you had Stafford starting. But the misleading thing on that stat, because I'm sure you didn't watch the game, is just how bad they were against the run. We had 3 running touchdowns in the game.
Yeah, I know.
How the hell is Stafford supposed to put up passing points where it's just all of a sudden, well, if we're just running down the throats and so don't blame that.
Yeah.
This was actually accented by the fact that Lino started Swift. So that's where all your points went.
Yeah. And then I had Drake and Kirk on the bench.
Yeah. So pretty much blame Jacksonville's defense for your loss. Not defense. Jacksonville's defense for your loss. If the Jacksonville's defense showed up that day, probably would have been better. Fucking Jacksonville. Drew got his first loss with only 57 points. 57 points to 136 to Kriggs. It was kind of shocking because he dominated the season so far. I mean, he was 100. I think last week 100 points plus above the next person. He still has the most points in the league still after scoring the lowest score of the year. I went back and checked lowest score of the year anyone scored. To make matters worse, he actually dropped Josh Allen Sunday night.
Ooh, I wanted him.
Yeah, everyone did, but as soon as it was dropped to my attention, I was like, wait, I didn't do that. What the fuck happened? I don't know what happened there. I don't care. I'm a nice commissioner, and I'm going to say this as advice to every other commissioner. Don't be a fucking dick. Everyone knows he wasn't trying to drop Josh Allen. That was his starting quarterback on the week. He was just checking things. He must have hit something, whatever. I gave him back. But that 57 points that he had on this week included Allen's 19 points. He just had the shittiest fucking week possible. But Kirk's had a fine week. Not that it mattered. He could have sat half his team and still won. Hell, he would have won if he would have just played Tannehill and Fuller.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, take that. Damn. Hey, Pac-Man. Pac-Man won again. That's 2 in a row for Pac-Man. He won 123 to 110. That was against Mike Devlin. 2 in a row for Pac-Man after starting out winless. That is 39 points from Derrick Henry, making it tough to lose.
Yeah.
It's impressive for a man that had every slot on his bench on a bye. Yeah, Devlin obviously took this loss very seriously. He dropped 5 players and $37 worth of fab this week. I should have been more on Deontay Johnson. Most of that went towards Deontay Johnson. Yeah, I wanted him. Didn't get him. Also didn't get him is Donuts, who got another loss this week to my brother. It was 113 to 144. Donuts continues to surprise me every week. He seems to have a huge knowledge of football, but it never seems to translate into points. He's apparently better at gambling, even though didn't do well last week, sounds like. But hey, Brandon gets a second win with a 30-point lead. Season could be turning around. Now, I've bragged so much about this, I'm kind of getting bored with it, but it's also kind of cool. Earlier this week, I found Aaron Hernandez on waivers and decided to play him against Adam. So I won 133.92 to 93 with dead murderer Aaron Hernandez in my tight end spot. Just taking that 0. And what?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I told Melissa you started Aaron Hernandez. She watched the documentary. She's into the murder, podcasting. She's into that shit.
It's popular.
And she's like, what? She's like, yeah. She's like, he's dead. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. If he wasn't dead, he would be in prison. I mean, it's like there's so much going against this guy. I mean, not that he's even
then he died.
Yeah.
Sorry, just wanted to let you know. She really took she liked that. She thought that was funny.
Yeah. Adam might as well have just done the same thing with 2 of his 3 starting tight ends getting 0 points. We would have advised against that on the show. If he would have watched the show a little bit more, we would advise, hey, Adam, don't start 3 tight ends. Bad strategy.
Yeah, really bad.
But Otto had won his first 3 games. Not so much now. He lost 80 to 152 to your boy Rance.
Yep.
Yeah, he won his first 3, and now he's lost his last 3. Rance has quietly become the 2nd highest scorer in the fucking league. Only 20 points behind Drew, who was like 100-something points ahead last week. He would have beaten anyone else in the league this week, but only had to play a person that got 70 points less. Otto has some great players that just need to play better, but you'll never have a better quesadilla than his goat cheese quesadillas from Estrella Negra. Estrella Negra, the Mexican food place in Chicago that once hosted Drummer's bachelor party in the basement. Don't worry, no strippers were anywhere near the food.
You're bringing up really bad memories, man.
What are you talking about?
Memories.
That was a great night. That was
the worst. That was the worst bachelor party in the history of bachelor parties.
I had fun.
Yeah, everyone had fun. Except me.
You actually look like you turned a little red on this.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting angry. I'm getting real angry.
That's Estrella Negra for bachelor party, all your bachelor party needs.
God damn it.
I'm definitely clipping that and sending that to Otto.
Yeah, do it. Do it. He owes me big time for that. Oh, that motherfucker. Anyways, yeah. So with your league news, there were some interesting waiver wires. You were on here a couple times.
I always trying to make moves.
Deontay Johnson was picked up by Devlin with 31 fab dollars. That's a lot.
In hindsight, though, if you want to, I think Deontay Johnson has a chance to be. Yeah, I know, but he has a chance to be a number 1 or number 2. Wide receiver. When healthy.
Yeah.
I see the potential. I actually kind of wish I would have put 32 in. I would have taken that. I knowing what he put, but I didn't.
You did have a bid.
I had a bid. I put in 8 because I thought no one was paying attention, and that was my hubris.
Yeah.
That was my hubris. Yeah. I knew I should put in more, but unfortunately, I don't know. Boogie Nights put in $10 for AJ Green. That's the next thing on here. He put in more for AJ Green than I put in for Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson's a way better waiver claim.
Yeah, no, definitely. And there was no other claims for AJ Green either. He could have picked him up for 0 fab.
Yep.
So
Because it's AJ Green, he had one good week, but like he's had 5 bad weeks. So, yeah.
well, you don't need to ask my opinion about AJ Green. You know where I stand on him. Like,
Yeah.
bleh. I'm done with that guy. Jared Cook was picked up by Cody for $7 fab. There was 2 bids on him. Otto had bid $2. $7 for Cook.
I did that because I needed tight end help, and honestly, Cook can be like, he's not as consistent as some of those other ones, but on any given week he can be a number 1, tight end, and I still got some bye weeks to deal with. I've been dealing with Higbee from the Rams. It's just not working. I feel like Cook could help me out. It was important to me. I paid for the position.
Okay. All right. Next up was Boston Scott. He was picked up by Dublin as well for $6 fab. Now, this was the one that I thought was actually kind of low bid-wise. I put a $5 bid in for him, but I wasn't really trying that hard. I just figured maybe $5 to get him, and I'll get him.
Yeah, I didn't even try because I was just like,
$6.
I was like doing all the prep for the week or looking at shit, and it was like, man, there is no offensive line for the fucking Eagles.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even try.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, like right now he's got 21 yards on 6 carries, and then he's got 2 receptions for 28 yards. So he's got just under 6 points right now. You're starting him. And again, the game's about to hit halftime. So he might break into the double digits, but I mean, I don't think it's worth more than 5. He won him with 6, so that's good luck with him. Good luck.
Yeah, he has 6 carries for 21 yards, 3 receptions for 28 yards right now. So I mean, maybe the second half will be better.
Yeah. Cody, you picked up Zach Moss for 0 fab. I dropped him earlier in the season.
Yeah, that was a speculative thing. Obviously, I put 0 on it, so I didn't think anyone was going for it. But it's whatever.
Mm-hmm. When I dropped him, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my eye on him just in case. But yeah, I just needed somebody who's gonna produce because I just didn't. We all thought he was gonna get a good share of what's going on over there, but there's nothing going on over there right now in the run game. Devin Singletary is kind of like the one that's producing the points right now. So, I dropped him a while ago. Yeah, whatever. And then you continue your love with Dallas Goedert.
Really? You know it's Goddard at this point. You have to know it's Goddard at this point. You're just fucking with me.
I know. I told you I like saying Goedert.
I think he's going to have a good second half of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you dropped Alshon Jeffrey for him.
Well, the thing with Alshon is last week, so I was shuffling around people, and that's how I actually found Aaron Hernandez, as I was seeing who I could throw on my waiver because our league has our league has 3 IR spots, and I figured I might as well try to take advantage of it. And we only have 3 IR spots this year because of COVID. It was an intentional thing at the beginning of the year. We knew things are going to get wacky, and we didn't want to penalize people for it. So I went, and I knew that both Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey were listed as out, and I was like, both of them sound like they might be able to come back next week. I'll put them on my IR spot and see what happens. Obviously, I kind of need some tight end help, and I decided this week to go for Goddard. You almost have me saying it now. I stand behind it. Goddard's now sitting on my IR waiting for me to come back in, and hopefully at that point, I can use them.
Yeah. And another interesting move, Carson Wentz was picked up by Brandon, and he dropped Jared Goff. I don't know what to think about this move. I kind of don't want to give up on Goff yet.
I'm fine with it because Goff seems like one of those fringe people. I think that Goff's going to get picked up eventually, but I mean, it's hit or miss. He's not someone I expect. Like quarterbacks this year are getting 40 points sometimes. He's not someone but like he's definitely getting points. But like Rams are going more and more running this year, which I think is what they want to do.
Yeah.
So whatever.
So that's it for the waiver news. We got some team news. We're going to start with the Bears news, right?
Yeah.
We're going to start with the Bears news. They're 5-1, and they play the Rams on Monday night. I'm very excited about this Monday night matchup. I get to drink on a Monday in the evening, and there's Bears football on. I'm all about it. About it.
What are you doing for the game?
I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to connect all of my screens, and I'm going to watch the same game on 3 screens and on the projector. That way, I don't miss a second of it. That's what I'm going to do.
Nice.
You want to come over and watch it with me? You're more than welcome to.
Maybe.
You're more
We'll
than
see.
welcome to.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you thinking of your Bears right now? You're 5-1.
5-1. Yes. This offense looks petty as shit. The run game is like horrible. Our O-line is bad. They're manhandling all of our offensive linemen. Like they're all getting beat. They're all getting pushed around like rag dolls. It sucks. I guess you could say it's kind of getting better. 67 rushing yards for Montgomery. It's better than 30 rushing yards in the game, which was the week before. So it's going in the right direction, but it's still miserable. Like the play calling sucks. The O-line sucks. It's not as productive as advertised, and it's really frustrating to kind of, watch. It's just not clicking. Nothing's clicking. And, Nick Foles was in the media, and he was talking about, would you take an ugly win or would you take a beautiful loss or whatever the fuck he said? And I was like, dude, yeah, of course you take the win. Who the fuck wouldn't take a win? Or you can ask any fucking football fan that fucking question. They're going to fucking want to win.
You want the win, but like also it's a way he's dodging the obvious question of like what's going wrong.
Yeah. So it's like, he's saying all the right things. I like what he's saying. It just pisses me off that he said that, but everything else he's saying, it's good. I like it. Support his team.
He just missed that field goal by a pretty wide margin. Sorry.
Oh my God, you're right. Wow.
Fuck kickers?
Nothing. Fuck kickers, man. So I'm definitely not winning the over on this one. Anyways,
I don't know. It's halftime. You don't know that.
Yeah, I know it. Anyways, but I like Foles in there. I hope
What do you think? Honestly, a couple games in though, compared to Trubisky, like you seen anything?
The numbers don't look too much different for me, man. I think Foles has 4 interceptions. Trubisky had 3, and they pretty much split the season already. 2.5 games each. There's not a whole lot.
No, according Foles to this, there's 4 games for there's 4 games for Foles, 3 for Trubisky.
Well,
I don't know. I'm just going off of this.
There's 6 games, so.
Oh, okay. So the half games, yeah.
Yeah, there was 1 half game.
Well, regardless, he's got way more attempts than Trubisky, which, in whatever you're saying's defense, I'm guessing is because you were saying the run game is non-existent. So it's my guess that they probably are throwing a little bit more now because they can't get that run game going, which, let's face it, Foles is a better pocket passer than Trubisky.
Yeah, but Trubisky is a better runner.
Mm-hmm.
So, there goes 20 to 40 yards per game of your running game is Trubisky. So,
oh man, he's only getting 4 more yards a game.
Yeah,
And
Yeah, it's
Trubisky
not-
had a longer average of yards. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like you look at the stats and it's just
Same amount
You
of
know?
touchdowns. Trubisky got sacked a lot more, that one's kind of interesting too.
well, it's because he's an idiot. He doesn't know how to read defenses, so he doesn't know when he's getting blitzed and now. He's in fucking. I'm so mad about the quarterback situation. Like, I hope Foles gets better.
Mhm.
I really do. I think he's still kind of, he's still new. Like, even though he did kind of know the system before he came here,
Right.
I hope he can still kind of bust out and, really kind of play better. Like just play fucking better. So the running game, Montgomery's got to start showing some shit, man. Like, yeah, the O-line sucks, but I mean, fuck. It's you too, buddy. Like, you're not breaking tackles anymore. Like, that's one of the reasons why they drafted you, because he was ranked top coming out of college in broken tackles. What the fuck happened to that? Where's that at? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just going to throw this out there. Random thought.
Mhm.
Does getting immediately tackled every time, does that change something with your psyche where all of a sudden instead of trying to like be elusive, you're like trying to like hold on and just put your head down?
yeah, probably. I mean, there's so many times where he gets like just his first contact with somebody is behind the line of scrimmage with the ball. And it's like, what the fuck? Give the guy a chance. He's got to not trust the offensive line and know he's got to expect those guys to be right in his face right the second he gets the ball. Like, he's got to be able to know that's going to happen and quickly distinguish what direction he's got to go. But as long as it's fucking across the other side of the line, because this is getting really stupid. Like, it really is dumb. I'm not liking it. He is doing okay in the passing game, though.
Well, that's
Like,
good.
Yeah, so I'll take that. Receiving wise,
Oh, real quick, I just want to because you put in all these stats. That's nice of you. I didn't put any of that shit in for you, so
that's okay.
you're gonna have to guess. Whew, man. I switched from Guinness to PBR, and that's a lot more bubbly.
Oh, yeah.
But Trubisky is still, with only 3 games played, your second best running back.
Yep.
So maybe start using him in a Tariq Cohen role.
They should. I don't know what I thought that's what they were gonna do when they brought up Tyler Bray. Remember we kind of touched on that last week, but no, they didn't even try that. They need to jump on this Taysom Hill like type of plays every once in a while. Why the fuck not? I mean,
You need to try
what do you got to
something.
lose?
You got to try something. That's
Mm-hmm. And he can do it. He can run. He's athletic enough, So, I mean, we'll see if they try to do that. But, what the fuck was the point of bringing up Taysom Hill if you're not going to fucking, Taysom Hill, Tyler Bray if you're not going to do something with Trubisky, Unless they're thinking about trading Trubisky before the trade deadline or something like that, which wouldn't surprise me if he ends up in somewhere like New England or some stupid like that for like a 5th or 4th round pick or something. I don't even think they can get that much, but something.
I don't know. Trade deadlines, there's always a surprise, so who knows?
Yeah, there's always a surprise. And who knows? We're talking about Ryan Pace, so he's always up in the air with whatever the fuck he's doing. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
The Bears defense, though, man. Oh, man, they look fucking scary. They're getting better and better every fucking week. And imagine if our offense just played fucking average.
If your offense was good, you guys would be a contender.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I think our defense alone makes us a contender as long as we don't turn over the ball.
See, the problem with having a good defense with no offense is eventually you will face a good team with a good offense. And whenever that happens, no matter how good your defense is, you're going to have to put up points to keep up. And that's what I'm worried about. It's like if you play a team with a really good offense and a good defense, you're fucked. And that's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I see that coming in your future. I still think
Yeah,
that you have a very good chance of winning the division at this pace, but I don't know, man. Like,
No, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. The offense has to start clicking, and if they do, that means the defense will be off the field a little bit more, and they'll be well rested to go into that third quarter where they're having a little bit of trouble. The last couple games, you know what I mean? But like right now, they're ranked 5th on defense, according to the Athletic, right, Corey?
yeah, I was at my lunch break and I just saw there was like ranking the defenses and I clicked on
Yeah.
it and I copied and pasted because it had some good stats here.
Yeah,
But-
they're second at pass defense. Fuller and our rookie Jalen Johnson are ranked number 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Number 1 and 2 in the whole NFL. Like that's
Yeah.
that's
I think
rare.
Yeah, I think the big ones on this though is so you're 5th in DVOA. You guys are 3rd in average points allowed per drive, and the third down percentage is like that's 31%. That's second best. I mean, like you guys are doing like the one that's not on here, but I keep hearing is you guys are like the best in red zone, which I mean
Yep.
points is how you lose.
Number 1.
And
Number 1 red zone defense.
and it's like you're not as good in a lot of other things, but it's like those are like big ones, and it's obviously showing.
Yep. It's good. I like their defense, and like I said, they're getting better every week, and I think they have a fun matchup against the Rams this week. So
Yep. Real quick, I want to say this about that though. So you guys are ranked 21st though in percentage of drives ending in takeaways. But let's just look at a couple real quick from last week. So I mean, obviously pressure there. Oh, right to him. Yeah. You got that pressure there. He freaked out. That was definitely
Comes up with the interception.
yeah.
that was definitely good. And then this one is less Bridgewater's fault, but
Bilal Nichols with the sack, first allowed by Carolina.
he's like freaking out because he's about to get a safety and deflected. So it was a great play to deflect it. And
Bears come up with the early takeaway.
I mean, you get like that's part of the reason you won this week. You're getting the pressure. You're getting the you're getting the takeaways. It's hard.
Yeah, I like it.
It's hard to fight that.
Yeah. And then they added, Manti Te'o to the practice squad. And I think he brought somebody with him, right? In a suitcase. Who did he bring?
When I put insert imaginary girlfriend joke here, I was actually just joking to say that, which is
Yeah.
well, that guy's been beaten to
He
death
brought
with
his
already,
girlfriend.
but yeah.
Yeah. He's got his girlfriend with him. He's breaking COVID rules. Watch out. She's invisible. So yeah, I mean, special teams. Who's Eddie Pinheiro again? I forget. Who is that? Is he a kicker? Well, fuck him because we got Carlos Santos now. He hit a 55-yarder, and you know what? It's been a while since I can say a Bears kicker has kicked a 55-yarder. I didn't look for any stats, but I can't remember. I watched every Bears game for the last, I don't know. Shit. I don't
There's
know
a
how
reason
many
you
years,
hate
but,
kickers.
Yeah. The last one I think to do it was Robbie Gold. And you know what? Santos, you're my guy now. Fuck Pinheiro and his balls. He's always got problems with his groin. Anyways, overall, the Bears are looking good. They're looking tough. They got a good-looking, tough weeks in front of them. Starting with the Rams and then the Saints, and then they got the Titans. So I'm expecting to go 2-1 in this stretch. I think they'll beat the Rams, the Saints, and I think they'll lose against the Titans. I just think that
The Titans
that
are looking
run
really
game-
good.
that run game, Tannehill's looking solid. I just think they'll be able to manhandle us. Just Henry alone, I think, is what's going to be our issue. Our guys are not the biggest, our corners. So I think when Henry gets in that second level, we're going to have a lot of trouble stopping him. So that's pretty much it. You know, game notes for against the Rams. You know, last week they struggled to make any kind of impact against the 49ers last week, who are struggling with a lot of injuries and still managing to play good defense. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised. I was expecting them to kind of wash out the season the way they started with all their injuries, and you know they're staying alive. But the Rams gave up 24 points to them, so they didn't get a sack and they didn't get any kind of turnovers. So you know, it could be the medicine the Bears need on offense to, you know, showcase on Monday Night Football, get some kind of motivation, some kind of like, you know.
I don't want to throw like water on your little fire here, but Rams D is better than your, like, they lost a divisional game against a opponent that knows them very, very well. They still got Aaron Donald over there, man. Like,
no, yeah, I know they're I know who they got. I know they got Donald, and he's a scary motherfucker. I don't think he's gonna show up to play. He's gonna have his moments, definitely, for sure.
I'm just saying, you're making it sound like the Rams defense is like the Lions defense. The Rams defense, they're all right.
Yeah.
This is not an easy matchup by any means.
No, but I do think the Bears will win this one 27-13. I think our defense is going to shine, and our offense will probably kind of get it all. Jump start here. I think you look like no.
I think that is. No. I think that is ludicrous. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way I could bet you on this, but like I guess the best one I could do is there's no way the Bears score 37 points against them. I mean 27 points against them. That's my opinion.
Yeah. All right, you can go ahead with your Lions news.
All right. I just wanted a disclaimer right off the bat. It's a win. I'm not going to be too negative in this because we're coming off a win. You can't be too negative. But before anyone points it out, I know it's the Jaguars, and the Jaguars played horribly. But, like, yeah, still. Oh, we got a question before I jump into this. Noah on YouTube saying Gibson or McKinnon, Swift or Higgins. That's interesting to me because I feel like Swift should be in with those running back ones, and I think that Higgins is the no-brainer because I'm guessing that's for flex. Because like T. Higgins has been playing really well lately.
Yeah. I like Gibson.
Yeah.
I like Gibson. Yeah, against Dallas. Yeah, I'll take him.
I'm kind of liking Swift. I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be my homerism coming through, but after watching last week, last week's game was Swift. They were just coming off the bye, and they were making a concerted effort to get him more involved. I actually, because I was about to go in my Lions news, actually have the stats sitting here. His rush attempts the first 4 weeks were 3, 5, 0, and 4. Last week he got 14. He is taking over a little bit on the runs, and I don't know if he's PPR or not. He's still getting the targets and in the passing game on top of it. So I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Swift, but like that might just be because I'm about to go on a whole rant about how much I like Swift. Mm-hmm. You like Gibson?
Yeah, I really like Gibson. He gets targeted a lot in the receiving. You know, he averages 5 targets the last 3 games, and he's running the ball at least double digits. Mm-hmm. You know, he's got 3 touchdowns on the season. I mean, he's playing Dallas. I mean, you saw what Arizona did to Dallas, what Kenyon Drake did to Dallas. Like,
but also we're playing Atlanta, and Atlanta is not a good defense either.
Yeah, I mean, you could flip this one. You could maybe if you could start both of these guys, get them both in there.
Yeah. Well, what about McKinnon?
For your running backs right there.
Well, here I'm just going to go into because this was naturally what I was going to. Let's just talk about what Swift did this week. So, number one, again, my disclaimer: Jacksonville played bad, but like he looked legitimately good. Like here, this is just a regular first down here. This is just a handoff here, and he just cuts off there and just, yeah, I mean, It's like a nice big chunk that people couldn't keep up with him. Now, you could watch that exact play again and actually talk about how Jaguars need to set the edge in any fucking way during there. But, I mean, it's great. And then here's another long run that he did.
DeAndre Swift gets the football and has a big...
And it just, bam, that was a beautiful hole, and he was just off to the races. I think that he could have got another 5 yards here if he would have not, like, kind of did that stutter step there. But I don't know, man. He looks good. I mean, he's doing everything he's supposed to, and now he's getting into the opportunities. Look at this right here. This is his first touchdown. He's got the little upsy. He can do some goal line jumping over there. You know, he's got this second touchdown. They weren't even playing. They were just trying to get the first down here. And then just kind of cuts and just drags a couple guys in. He's starting to look good. And like what I was saying earlier in the season, like someone was asking about Swift earlier in the season, I was specifically talking about Kerryon Johnson's rookie season where they didn't use him until like after the bye. They had LeGarrette Blount. And Kerryon Johnson's rookie season, they were just like slowly integrating him, make sure that they can trust him, making sure they can use him. I think Swift is finally able to be used. Adrian Peterson is not the future of the team.
No.
They paid good draft capital for Swift. I think Swift from now on is probably like a running back too.
I hope you're wrong because I picked up AP. Because I need
Adrian Peterson is going to get used, but Adrian Peterson, he's got that early downs role. He's the bruise you down the middle, like use, but he's not being that explosive. He's going to still get used. It's unfortunately they're still kind of doing a committee, but if you look at the two playing next to each other, it's very obvious the age gap.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And honestly, I was reading some of the stuff earlier this week. One of the beat writers was talking about how they think that Swift's play has actually been influenced by working directly with Peterson, where they could see that his style is sort of shifting over to Peterson's a little bit, which I don't know. That could be a good thing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm putting Riel to bed right now.
Virtually through your phone?
Yeah.
Good night, Riel. You got virtual school tomorrow because that's the world we live in. We're all just staring at screens permanently.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes. Hey.
All right. Anyways, as far as the offense of the Lions is going, Stafford didn't need to do anything. He was very inconsistent that game, but he didn't need to do shit. He is looking.
Tell me
a little
about it. He fucked my game up.
He was looking more comfortable, but that could have been the Jags. But like, you know, again, he didn't need to do much. They won that game. Just there was never a game there wasn't a part in the game that they didn't look like they were just going to whip some ass. That being said, we need to talk about this right here. Did you see this post earlier? This is on Instagram. If you don't know, KGXIX is that's Kenny Galladay's Instagram account. And his post on the picture after he had a nice catch right there is, "This shit gonna cost you. Don't let that go over y'all's head." He was supposed to have a contract extension done in the preseason. They never got it done.
Ooh.
He was injured for a few of these weeks here, and he just came back, and you can tell the difference when he's on the field. It is night and day. This is his second week back from the injury, and it looks so fucking different. When he's on there, everything runs more smoothly. And he only had 4 catches in this game, but they were the decision makers. This is one of them that I really love. This right here. This bam, just running a solid route, just cuts underneath. Pretty tight coverage, but he just knows just the ball's going to be there, does that. But this right here, this is why you pay my boy Kenny Galladay right here. Look at this one. It's a flag, so he knows the free play. Just take this shot. There's a bunch of people there. Bam! Just cuts in on everyone. That's fucking beauty. Pay my fucker, dude. Like, I want this guy to be on my team. I think that he ends up walking. I've been kind of looking at reasons why they couldn't, and the best theory I could find from some other, report was, I am not sure with our slow start that Quinn, our GM, has the authority to make big ticket purchase anymore, because we spent a lot of our cap already on our defense, our underperforming defense. That's what we did in the offseason. We put all this money into underperforming defensive players, and we have a low cap wiggle room because of it. But if we let Galladay go, someone's going to pay him. He's a fucking good wide receiver. He's proven wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we're just going to let him walk, and that's really depressing to me, because I'm wearing his jersey right now. He's one of my favorite players.
It kind of reminds me of what's happening with Allen Robinson and his deal, So I feel you. Bears fans feel what you're saying or what you're throwing out there.
I think fans in general know, because every fan has the players they like. And this Galladay jersey, Kristen bought me this for Christmas, his rookie season. And Galladay was a second-round pick, and I was like, watching preseason, I was like, dude, this guy looks like he's going to be good. This guy's going to be good. And then the beginning of the season, he wasn't, Marvin Jones was the number one, but I was like, this guy's going to be good. This guy's going to be good. I wouldn't shut the fuck up about it until for Christmas, Kristen bought me this because I wouldn't shut up about how much I like this wide receiver. Mm-hmm. He's finally getting done with his rookie contract. And if we were smart, we would have signed him to an extension a long time ago and saved some money. But now we're going to have to pay up, and this sounds like he's going to probably get about $20 million a year.
Yeah, he's going to get paid big time if Lions don't share him or sign him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Big time.
That's dumb. All I know is you pay your fucking players, make it work.
Yep. Pay that motherfucker.
Yeah. Lions defense actually played all right coming off the bye. Again, Jaguars, but the Jaguars offense had been playing a little bit better, so that's positive to me, because what I've been saying all year is if they could just get to mediocre from horrible, we could win some games. And we did. And one of the big things I loved that they did different this year is they changed to challenge the run this week. They've been playing a lot of three-man fronts, which doesn't really generate a pass rush or like really scare run defenses. So this week, 6th-round rookie out of Utah, John Penazzini.
Oh my God, that's funny. Penis-ini. Penis and I.
But 6th-round rookie defensive tackle out of Utah, we put him in there, and it changed the run defense, and it forced it to be on Minshew. And last week I was all saying play Robinson against our Lions' shitty run defense. We put him up there on defensive tackle. We had him in more than Hand, who, like, Hand is a guy that I really expect a lot more out of. He forced it to be on Minshew a little bit, and it definitely changed stuff. And this 4-man front zone concept that we did is exactly what I've been bitching about all year. Is we've been playing more man than anyone, and I have nothing against man if it works, but the thing is it hasn't been working, and people have been beating us because our man coverage sucked. So we changed up the defense. We played zone 60% of the time, the most that we've played zone all season, and having that extra man helping out the run game, we stopped the run, and we had people in position to make plays. So like here, look at this, like all this pressure right here. Oh shit. Minshew has nowhere to go. Oh, pitch it out to him. Oh shit. There's like 5, like everyone was like, they almost made that work with everything falling apart, the Jaguars, and there just was nothing there. Like there was just nothing but Lions going there. It's been really a lot better than everything else I saw. Like, look at our, we had no pass rush all season, then all of a sudden we got this play right here. Look at this. Bam! Oh, the cameraman didn't even see that. Yeah, that was a strip sack right there. We got the ball. Those turnovers help. Turnovers like this.
Get off to these fast starts.
Minshew on 1st down. Arrogant out and open.
Underthrew that. Oh, yeah.
That was a horrible pass.
Yeah. Harmon, though, he undercut the route. He ran over to get in position. He saw the ball coming down. Is like right there. And like, that's the difference right there is our defense hasn't been doing that. And, you know, again, Jaguars, I know, but you have to take it as a positive turn. No, I mean, like, we've been playing like shit. We played from beginning to end good football this week, and it's positive. I'm going to try to just quick through the rest of this. Jaron Kearse had a great game. He had been suspended, but he's a 6'4" safety linebacker hybrid. He plays safety,
That's
but
a
he
giant
kind of
motherfucker.
but they use him kind of like as like the, you know, as like a hybrid role. And he's actually looks like he's part of what is affecting the game a little bit because he can post up on tight ends, but he's also coming in and helping on the run game a little bit. They throw him in on situational things where you'd want not your prototypical safety, someone who's 6'4" could actually put a hit on someone. So I'm interested in how that's going to go. Amani Arurare is currently our best corner, which no one saw that coming into the year. It's his second year. But with, Trufant and Coleman have been out, he's been, supposed to take over, and like Julian Akarwa, he was our third round rookie. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead. That's why I was sipping at
Jared Davis.
No, I'm sorry. I was hoping I had his name. It's Jeff Okudah. I'm sorry. Go up my mind and stuff, the things in front of me. Jeff Okudah is our first round rookie that supposed to be stepping up. He's still playing like a rookie a little bit. He's looking better and better every week. But, Amani Arurare is he's stepping up. This season, there's only been 11 receptions on 26 targets. His passing rating of 62 against him, and he's pretty much shut down Shark this week, and that's why everything went elsewhere. Which he's not a shutdown yet. That's why I do it in quotes. But like, hey, we need what we can. Eventually, we'll get Trufant and Coleman back, but he's stepped up, and so props to him. Jared Davis only had 11 snaps this game. He was the 21st overall pick in the 2017 draft. He's a bust. I predict he'll do what Kyle Van Noy did when he left the Lions and do really great somewhere else, because even with his 11 snaps, he had a 95 grade on Pro Football Focus. What the fuck is up with that? All right. Julian Akara, he is our third round rookie defensive end. He went to IR with a leg injury. That's really sad because we drafted him to try to help our pass rush. We were trying to turn him into it. It sounds like maybe week 10 we could possibly have him back, but that's really sucks on, rookie year trying to do that. Possible unlikely Trufant and Coleman could possibly return this week, but it sounds more and more positive that next week we might have them back. If we have those two back, our defense is going to look a lot different because we'll actually have our corners back. It's been really tough to go in the whole season without our starting cornerbacks.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, shit. That's what
Especially
I was
in our division.
The one clip I don't have on here, I really want to get this. There was, so just for special teams, nothing special this week about them because we didn't need them. Maybe that's, But there was this play, we had one punt that this dude, Tony McRae, and I wanted to say this because there was this effort on the play. That's why I had to write it down. He didn't get it, but like, man, I have never seen someone go for the ball where it's in the air, hitting the end zone on the punt and, trying to knock it in. Like, he went for it. He didn't get it back, but man, you could tell the effort on that guy. He was just laughing, laying on his back of the end zone, not getting it, because I wish I had the clip. He's just, good shit. So good effort, Lions. Loved it overall. Can't do that. Couldn't ask for more against a shitty team. Let's just face it. Jaguars could not take advantage of a defense that played horribly up to this point. But for this week, Atlanta can. Hopefully having a starting cornerback or two could help. Hint of Trufant can come back. It's not sounding likely. I've been kind of covering it. I really wanted Trufant to come back because it could be a revenge game because we just took him from Atlanta, but it's sounding unlikely now. But we are playing a 1-5 team that just fired their coach. So,
yep.
I'm just hoping Patricia.
Maybe.
has to just not be an idiot on this one. It's the 1-5 team that just fired their coach. We can out-coach them theoretically just by having the consistency of a person there. But Matt Ryan can also win this. So we just have to sell out to stop Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
They
gotta run the ball.
They've been producing a run game somehow. Todd Gurley has been playing way better than I thought, but I think that if we can somehow slow down Matt Ryan, slow down Julio Jones, we have a chance to definitely win this. Falcons defense is almost as bad as ours. So I think this is anyone's game. Stafford needs to show up this week. And,
Yeah. I'm benching him, though.
And I'm telling you right now, that's going to be my conversation next week is Stafford. Good or bad.
Yeah.
If he wins or lose, it's probably going to be him. And that's all I have to say about the fucking Lions this week.
Yeah. Good job. That was nice, Cody. That's good. Very informative.
All right. I really got to pee. So Reboots and Dragons is starting to come back. Kind of fucked up this weekend, but we're coming back. We're going to do more. So check us out on the podcast stuff or on YouTube or all that stuff. We have plenty of stories out there that you can already enjoy. I'll see you guys in a minute.
In a world shrouded in chaos,
There's a fucking bomb on this thing.
new heroes will be born to solve old problems.
You're going to have to do a jump.
Harry, copy. Harry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, you said something about a jump?
And the roll of a dice can mean the difference between life or death.
Mel, what happened?
I'm so sorry, Thunderbolt.
So,
Annie, are you okay?
It's Reboots and Dragons, the podcast that reboots movies using D&D.
You're the fifth element. You keep saying she's Boron, the fifth element on the periodic table?
Each week, our guests try to guess the movie and play it out with their D&D characters.
you guys know what the movie is this time?
Terminator?
There's action.
Hold over!
I go, thanks, but it's a cardigan.
There's romance.
Not sure how far you want me to go with this. I'm not going to describe banging a sex scene.
There's snake puns.
Why did the snake's wife file for divorce? Erectile dysfunction.
There's familiar locations.
We're going to my friend's cabin in the woods.
There's horse death.
We burned down the stable so the Terminator can't get on the horse. Make sure we lock it so all the horses die inside as well.
There's very persuasive speeches.
We're here from animal control. These snakes are supposed to be here for tomorrow's ritual.
Randall, tell him this boa constrictor needs a hysterectomy.
God, I hate
There's positive role models.
Al doesn't do drugs. He gets high on ladders.
It's all the fun of your favorite movies with the chaos of D&D.
I do have this cloaked robe.
I think that would be good. Let's try it. Let's put that on her.
What is the structural difference between this cloaked robe
You know, we
and
don't.
the current blanket?
Reboots and Dragons. Available everywhere podcasts are and streaming live on Something Street Studios.
There's a post-it box on the corner of something and something.
I used to live right by that intersection.
That's canon now. There's something street stuff, the boulevard, and another
street I'll figure out later.
That's Reboots and Dragons.
I got a high heart rate notification, so let's just take it easy. This is too much fun.
Harry.
Yeah, Kovacs, what do you got?
Copy, Harry.
I copy.
That's all I got.
Okay. And we're back. Oh, man, I feel better. I actually, it's probably too much information, but I don't care. I love this show because I can say whatever I want. Sometimes I feel like I got like two bladders where it's just like, I'm almost done. Nope. There's like another minute coming here.
You know what it is, man? We're drinking while we do this sometimes, or most of the time.
I feel like I needed a beer today, so yeah, I'm actually drinking today.
Yeah, I was drinking Bacardi.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're we get home, we barely have time to eat. We start setting up the show, start drinking, and then our show usually runs pretty long. So yeah, we need pee breaks. Like right now, I'm snacking because I didn't really have dinner. So I have a hot dog here in front of me.
We're so committed to this show.
We're doing it for you guys.
Yes. All 2 of you watching right now. I actually don't know if that's an accurate number or not. Every time I look at this, it's hard to tell who's I look at the other numbers later. It's like that number was never accurate. So whatever. Someone might be watching. Shit, man. We got to remember because you still got the NFL memes knowledge quiz loaded up.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We got to remember when someone calls in. Hey, if anyone's watching right now, Drummer's got a fun game he wants to do.
Yeah.
Zoom in. Get into Zoom or call us.
Zoom in. Uh-huh.
All right. We still have this in the show docs because Drummer loves torture. Stafford only had 14 points this week, so he's slowly adding points, but he's still not that far ahead of Trubisky in the overall thing, so Trubisky could catch up. But we have a bet, and as of right now, it looks like Drummer's going to need to get a Stafford tattoo.
Yeah. So far, you're only up 40 points. All I do is need Stafford to get hurt and let Trubisky play a couple games, and we're good. We're good.
All right, you ready to do some down, upside, up, downside, down on the
downside? Yes.
If I wasn't so worried about all my copyright infringement stuff, I would give that the Soundgarden sound, that down on the upside. That's not
that's a good one.
Or right, no, it's like blow up the upside. It's on down. Whatever. Forget it. We'll edit this out in post.
Yeah, it's there's no post. We're live.
Wait, we're live?
Yeah. You didn't know?
All right. Up downside, it's the every week Drummer finds some players for us to guess if they're going to beat the projection or not. So we either go over under their projection.
Yeah. And we keep track of our records every week, and we add it to our record from the previous weeks. And, we add them all together. So at the end of the year, we'll have a champion on picks.
I'm almost 500.
You're almost 500, like really almost 500. So
man, I feel like if we're doing a show, we should be over 500.
Yeah, we should really. So last week's picks, we had Lamar Jackson in here. He's playing against Philly. He's projected at 27. He had 30. We both took the under, so we both lost that one.
We were close.
Really close, yeah. And then next we got Matt Ryan. I fucked this one up. But he was projected at about 22 points. He scored damn near 40 points. He had 39.6. I picked the under, and Cody won this one with the over. So
yeah. In hindsight, I think I thought about that one a little bit more than I should have.
Yeah. Well, you thought just about right because you got it. Running back Raheem Mostert. He was projected at 12.47. I picked the under, and so did Cody because he ended up with 8.6.
Now, we might have been saved a little bit of asterisks because he did go out injured.
Yeah, he did get injured. So, win for us. Alexander Madison, we were both kind of high on him.
I was totally high on him. I started him in multiple leagues.
Yeah. I think a lot of people did. And he threw up a fucking goose egg of 3.5 points. And we both lost that. We both took over.
I mean, what the fucking fuck? Actually, this is a good point. Actually, so I guess I was talking about Swift earlier. This was against Atlanta. Maybe this should be a warning against Swift.
Maybe.
Now I got things to think about.
There you go. Next, we're going to wide receivers. Brandon Cooks. He was projected at 10 points. He had 17. I took the under, so I lost that one. But Cody took the over, and he won it.
So wait, Daniel Jones just had an 80-yard run?
What?
Daniel Jones just had an 80-yard run.
He sure did.
It said it was 20. He said he ran 21 miles an hour.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah,
he was that fast.
That Swift one I showed you earlier, that was only 20 miles an hour. So, all right, Daniel Jones got some legs on him. Go Jones.
Next up, Calvin Ridley, wide receiver for Atlanta. He was projected at 14.77. We both picked the over, and we won it because he scored 15.9. We move on to tight ends. Darren Fells was on last week's list. He was projected at 3.31.
Yeah, we took that as
easy ones.
I remember talking about that last week, where it's just like, with the tight end, you only have to catch. That's 34 yards to beat that. Like, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
Especially with we're half point PPR, so it's just a couple catches. You add in a point there. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. We both took the over. We both won that one. And then another low scoring projection. Cameron Brate was at 4.63, and I took the over on this.
Probably
it was
similar logic.
Yeah, similar logic, and it worked against me because you picked the under.
Because
this motherfucker, he didn't even have one fucking point. Not 1 point. He had 0.8.
So that means that's a catch for 3 yards.
Yeah. And then our flex was Darius Slayton. He was projected at 12.3. I picked the under. So did Cody. He ended up with 10.8. So we both won that one. So
yeah.
Cody ended last week 7-2. And
don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, whatever. And then I ended 4-5, so I'm behind 7 games to Cody. And we didn't have a Thursday night game because there was no Cody.
I forgot about that. That's supposed to be in here as well as how well we're picking against the Thursday night games.
Yeah.
And hey, I'm glad that there's football here. I forgot that. Like, I haven't been paying attention to this as much as I should be.
Well, I might win this one. The Giants are up 14-10. You picked Philly. So.
Yeah. Wait, did we pick against the spread?
No, we just picked the win.
Okay, good. Because I think the spread was actually like 7 or something.
All right, quarterbacks this week.
If you need me to read stuff as you chew, I can do that because I feel like talking with your mouth full is a lot more.
I'm good. I swallowed. I'm good.
Yes, you did.
All right, quarterback Teddy Bridgewater.
No, that was a good joke.
Thank you, Cody. Thank you. Teddy Bridgewater. He's up against New Orleans. He's projected at 22.29. We both took the over.
Which originally, when I first did that, I looked at the previous as like he's projected at 9 points. I was like, he's a quarterback. Of course he's going to get over 9 points.
Yeah. It's funny. Carson Wentz was on here. Damn, I was supposed to not do that, right?
Yeah, you're really not supposed to do that. That
was an oversight.
But we could do a live check-in on that one.
Yep, he's at 12.22, so you're going to win that one, I think. He's projected at 24.15. I took the over. Cody took the under. Next, we move on to running backs. Zeke. He's projected at 14.7 against Washington. I took the under. Cody's taking the over. You want to say something about that?
Yeah, I don't feel good about. I don't understand. So Zeke's coming off of a 2 fumble game.
Yeah.
But I also feel like what I'm curious about. So Washington has a decent defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's part of me questioning that, but it's like, it's fucking Zeke, and they're going to have to run through them. But it's like, are they just going to stack the box now that they have Tannehill, or do they play like a soft zone and just hope to intercept him? Because not Tannehill.
Shit.
Fucking. Why do you
watch
Dalton?
Watch this tackle. Watch this tackle real quick, Cody.
All right, I'm looking up here.
Ingram. Watch how many times he spins in the air. Oh, it just won.
Oh. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to stay with my over, but I guess I don't know. I'm like, now that they have Andy Dalton there, I don't feel as good about it.
No, I don't feel good about it at all. All right, next on our list is Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's playing Denver. He's projected at 12.51. I'm taking the under on this because I like Fangio's defense.
I'm taking the over because I have him on my team and I need him to do that in order for me to win.
Yeah.
I'm not hedging my bets. I'm all in.
All right. We move on to wide receivers now. First one up is Christian Kirk, who's up against Seattle. He's projected at 7.61.
after
had a
coming up
monster
a
week.
21.6 game the
Yeah.
week before.
Yeah. So I'm taking the over on him. Cody, you're taking the over.
Yeah, I think that he's starting to get a little bit more involved. I think that the first couple of weeks, that almost intentionally, they were playing with their new toy DeAndre Hopkins. Now that they've established that that's the number one, I think the rest of their offense has opened up a lot, and Seattle's defense kind of sucks. So, yeah, I like it. Oh, we got a question. PPR, would you drop Hollywood Brown to acquire Keelan Cole off of free agency? Ooh.
You're pretty much swapping out the same guys.
I don't know. So, like, Keelan Cole's been playing a lot better than Hollywood Brown. Brown's on the better offense, but honestly, I think Brown's a way better player. But Baltimore just doesn't throw like they used to. They haven't had to.
No.
I don't know, like Keelan Cole, he's getting better and better, and like I don't know, feel like Shark's been playing injured or something. He hasn't looked the same. So I don't know, like Keelan Cole might actually be playing as the one now. It's just like it goes.
He's solid.
So this goes against my rule about like trying not to play players on bad teams. After watching very, very, very intensely that last Jaguars game. The Jaguars suck. And Keelan Cole, I think, put up like 150 yards in that. He was like the one bright spot of the Jaguars. The team as a whole didn't look good, and I'm wondering how that would be. But this is fantasy, and I guess it doesn't matter. Part of me thinks Hollywood Brown is a better player. Keelan Cole might be the better player rest of the year.
I agree.
Man, that's really depressing. I feel. Go ahead.
I feel like you're pretty much swapping because I don't think Brown's going to get as much production as Keelan Cole's going to get right now.
But like,
I think they're pretty much going to be out the rest of the season.
But we were just talking earlier today about how they just got another good defensive end today in trade. Baltimore got another defensive end in trade. What Baltimore really wants to do is dominate on defense and just run down people's throats, and then every so often take a shot at someone like Hollywood Brown. At this point, you're just like counting on like a 50-yard touchdown out of Brown, or you're busting. And I feel like Keelan Cole's got like a safer floor because he is being utilized. Oh, so he says his wide receiver.
He's targeted like 6-7 targets.
His wide receiver depth is Thielen, Godwin, Kupp, Claypool, and Higgins. So honestly, you got a good wide receiver core, so I think the stress isn't on you. Cooper Kupp, honestly, is the odd man out there. He hasn't been playing well, but the rest of those guys, I don't know. You got some decent wide receivers. I don't know. I don't have Brown in any of my leagues. People took him higher than I wanted to, so I guess I've never really thought about this that closely.
I'm with Cole. Keelan Cole.
I kind of feel like he says full point PPR. Keelan Cole will at least give you PPR points because he's definitely getting without even looking at the stats, I know he's getting targeted more.
Yeah, he'll definitely have more receptions.
It's just Hollywood's such a man. I remember last year when we were doing our season end, we were watching all these like highlight clips, and like Hollywood Brown is one of the people we were watching all the highlight clips for, and his catches were so fucking amazing. Like lots of yards after catch greatness. And I'm worried that maybe Baltimore comes off their bye and figures out a way to get him, more involved. But man, I don't know. Like that one, I hate that because I feel like the answer is Keelan Cole, but I love Hollywood Brown. I think that he's a way better player. If I was making a football team, I would want Hollywood Brown.
He's a boom or bust, but I would go. I'm gonna go Keelan Cole.
Yeah, we're going to Cole.
All right. So, next up, wide receiver is Tyreek Hill. He's projected at 14.98 again against Denver. I got the under on this. Cody, you took the under as well. We'll see how Tyreek does against a tough Denver D.
I think part of the reason I picked that, though, is Hill hasn't – I don't know. He hasn't been producing as well as I was hoping. So I honestly don't know if he is – he's another boomer bust that he could go for 2 touchdowns, but 14's a lot of – 14 it's pretty much 15 points. That's a lot of points. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we move on to tight end. George Kittle. He had 20 points last week. But he's got New England this week. Tougher matchup, tough D. He's projected at 14. We both took the under on this. I don't feel safe about this one, but I'm still sticking to it.
It's Kittle. I don't like betting against him. I actually am starting him this week in our COVID league, and the main reason I picked the under is I was actually debating earlier this week if I wanted to swap him out. And that's not something you ever think about with Kittle, but the way New England's defense has been looking, I don't know. I just don't feel good about it. But you don't sit Kittle. Do not sit Kittle. I would never advise against that. But for some reason, 14 points seemed high to me. I bet you he gets 10,
Yeah. Next tight end. This is Cody made fun of me for this one because it's this guy is projected at 1.36, and of course we both took the over, but I had to put him in there because he's a Chicago Bear and he had his first touchdown last week. Cole Kmet.
Welcome to the NFL, Cole.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yeah, and then we got next. Our last
didn't
pick.
say what we bet. We both bet the over because the over-under was 1.36, and to get that in our league is a half-point PPR. So simple math is 1 catch for 8 yards.
Yep, there you go.
I think he could get 1 catch for 8 yards.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping for it. And then I hope, you picked the over too.
Honestly, other simple math with that, he could get 3 catches for a loss.
Yeah,
and cover.
Yeah,
I like taking bets when you think about it like that. It's just like, yeah, he could catch the ball 3 times, take a loss of yardage, and still cover. Yes, over.
Yeah.
I feel that's my lock of the week right there.
Yeah, Cole Kmet will have more than 1.36 fantasy points. Anyways. Our last position was our flex for this week's matchups, and it's T. Higgins. He's projected at 9.6, and he's up against Cleveland. I took the under. You're taking the over.
I like this because I didn't remember that you had this in here, but earlier we were talking to the guy who wanted to start Higgins and all that, or Swift, and I was like, in the flex, I would start Higgins. He's been playing pretty well. And you suggested against it. And I guess I'm way higher on Higgins than you.
Yeah.
I took the over, you took the under.
Yep. And then for the game pick, I got the Giants. Cody picked Philly.
We'll see. Actually, very shortly. This game's kind of flying by.
Yeah.
Or maybe we've just been doing the show for 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Yep. So that's the end of that segment. And now we're going to talk about our,
I don't know. I just felt like it needed something.
Shadow Master. What's up with him? Have you talked to him lately?
I haven't talked to him since the beginning of COVID. I should probably talk to him more. We should talk to a lot of people. We know a lot of people, and I feel like COVID has definitely it has shrank a lot of my circles. Like Shadow is one of those guys. Yeah, but like Shadow's one of those guys I used to hang out with at the bar a lot, where it's just like I'd be on like when Brandon used to work this Sunday shift at Nick's, I'd just be hanging out with Brandon. Shadow rolls up and like, holy shit, let's do some shots. Shot time,
Yeah, totally.
But yeah.
So last week, Cody, your deep sleeper pick.
I hadn't looked at this yet, but I felt it because I was playing everyone against Jacksonville. By the way, Jacksonville sucks.
Yeah, they do.
Don't bet on Jacksonville. But
I
apparently
just
yours
don't
worked.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I picked Christian Kirk last week. He's only projected at 7.52, and of course he had 2 touchdowns and a bunch of yards. He ended up the week with 21.6, but Cody's only had 3 points, right?
Yep.
You had Chris Thompson, right?
I didn't look it up. So you're the one who put 3 just now in there.
Yeah, I just.
So I
looked it up.
trust you.
Okay, good.
I watched the game. There was no run game to be talked about.
No, nothing. So this week, oh shit, I didn't pick one.
Yeah, and I picked mine at the last second. I kind of did mine almost as a joke, but I'm all about it. Drew Sample, the reason I ever even knew his name was against this matchup earlier in the year. He's got the same matchup again. Drew fucking Sample. We're doing it. Drew Sample. It's deep sleeper.
All right, let me see.
One of these days it's going to work. Double down, y'all.
This guy, double down. Oh my god. Oh man, who am I gonna pick this week? Let's see.
This is very entertaining for the viewer at home.
Yeah, sorry everybody. I forgot. I thought I had put my deep sleeper in there, but I guess I didn't.
Here, we get some stadium noise for you.
Yeah, get some stadium noise going for me. You know what? I'm gonna go Christian Kirk again.
Wait, Christian Kirk's not a sleeper at this point.
Oh, you're right. Fine. Andy Isabella. That's what.
There you go. You can go with that. I'll give you that. But Christian Kirk was a borderline sleeper last week, and now it's like people have picked him up. I'm playing Drew fucking Sample. I think I'd take my sleep. We should go back to these sleepers and see who's taking more ballsy picks. I feel like I always take the ballsy one, and you always got someone who's on the cusp of already being on people's lineups. Shut up, crowd.
No. So yeah, that's our week. We got some exciting football coming up. You got to play Atlanta, play the Rams, and yeah. You gonna play those tunes? Our outro?
I wasn't sure what you were doing. Like,
yeah,
you're like, yeah. I don't know. Like,
I was trying to close it out. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thank you for watching Set Your Lineup. Theme song is This Winter by Shadowmaster MC. You can buy that whole album on Bandcamp. shadowmastermc.bandcamp.com. For tacos, call Otto at Estrella Negra. Estrella Negra is at the corner of Western and Fullerton in Chicago. Set Your Lineup, a Something Street Studios production.